Yep, we good? We good? Hello, everybody. What is up? It is Friday night. You know what that means? It's time to get baked.
Woo! Show us your carrot cake.
Sorry. I just have a giant carrot. That's all. I've already prepped my carrots by washing them and peeling them and cutting the ends off because I know it's going to take forever to grate these carrots, and I want to make sure we get this cake done before the show is done tonight. I saw lots of you guys were making this along with us, or I have plans to make this over the weekend. That's awesome. Love it. It's a really good cake. It's really, really, really good. If you guys have ever had spice cake, this reminds me more of a spice cake than a traditional carrot cake that, I don't know why I'm waving my carrot around, than a traditional carrot cake that has like chunks of carrots. The one in the photo for the thumbnail still had like chunky bits in it. People put fruits and onions in it. I had it once that had like pineapple in it. Not down for any of that. Mine is more like a spice cake where it has that flavor in it. I'm convinced it tastes like a spice cake. My mom likes spice cake but not carrot cake. Did not like my carrot cake. Don't know if that's psychosomatic and she's just, you know, it's in her head that it's carrot cake so she doesn't want to eat it. I don't know. But I absolutely love this cake. If you guys want to make it and add nuts, perfectly fine. Go for it. You can add it in the mix. It shouldn't affect the cake. You can add them on top in the frosting. I see a lot of times people decorate them. Pretty much, from what I can tell, any kind of nuts are good. Almonds, pecans, walnuts, I don't know. People use all different kinds. There doesn't seem to be a standard kind of nut to use. Carrot waving, better than waving Dan around. I don't know, jury's still out on that. I'll see later. If you want to add fruit to it, I would just compensate liquid-wise. You will see when we get to the point where we're adding everything what the consistency of the cake looks like. You may want, if you're going to add like pineapple, it's a really moist fruit, you may want to take down the liquid somewhere else. I'm not a professional. I can't tell you what to take down. I don't know. There's oil in it. Maybe do a little bit less oil, one less egg. I don't know. Play around with it. Experiment. Figure it out. I have no idea. Oh, the audio and the video are off. Dan, help, help. People can hear me great, but it's not. Dan is at it. Don't worry.
Say hi to everybody.
I did say hi to everybody. Now you covered the chat and I can't see anything. Are we synced up better yet? I don't know if Dan's done that part yet. I'm going to start grating carrots while I talk because grating carrots is a huge part of this recipe. I talked about it last week and I think on Wednesday and I think maybe even when I made the post. I don't know. I've mentioned it. I use a really fine cheese grater. I don't use the one with the really big holes because I do not want chunks. You'll see when I get a pile of this, I'll show you how small my bits are. And then when I cook the cake, these cook off. You have the carrot flavor, but there are not chunks of carrot in it. Yes, I was looking to see. I can't see them on the screen. Can you help with the super chat, Dan? Are you near a microphone?
Yeah, I'm near a microphone, but the super chat went away. It was from Husky Tales 101. It was well wishes. Let me see if I can figure out ways. I found it here. Husky Tales 101 with the super chat. Sending love and support. RFSfam. Hashtag support train. Thank you so much. Happy Friday.
I appreciate the support.
I don't know if you can hear me.
Larry says we're lagging. Larry, just refresh it and see if that helps. Brittany said I'm channeling Zorro. Let me know, you guys, if the audio and video are now synced up better. Alright. No, Chris, I'm not going to show you my bits. I'm going to show you my carrot bits. No, that's not a ginger joke. Not lagging on my TV. Audio is good. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Yeah, if it's not, try refreshing and see if that helps, because I think we fixed it on our end, so you may just need to refresh to get the refreshed version of everything. I will say grating carrots is not fun. This is the worst part of this recipe, but it's so worth it because the cake is so good. It's a really moist cake. You put a lot of carrot in it. When you mix it up, it looks like carrot. Like, you can definitely see a ton of carrot in the batter. But because all the bits cook off and just leaves the moisture, because carrots are pretty wet, I don't know. It makes a really, really moist cake. It's really, really good. Oh, Husky Tails. Wow, that shirt. Where can I get one? Thank you, friend. I forgot that I was wearing it. This is my personal design. I made my very own self, and I am selling it on Redbubble. You guys can go to redbubble.com. You can search BWC, or just search Getting Baked with Crystal. It should pop up. There's this design and another one on there. Two more, I'm sorry. This one, Dan, do you have that button ready for me? This design, let's get no, let's bake shit, let's bake stuff. I put both of those up there, depending on which one you want. We don't have a picture of that, but you can get let's bake shit or let's bake stuff. Same design, just the word is changed. And red velvet cake is a lie. I highly recommend the tri-blend. This shirt is so comfortable. It's a unisex fit, so they do run like a tiny bit small. So if you're at the high end of your size, you may want to size up a little bit, but it is flattering on both men and women because it is unisex. You just may want to consider sizing up. Brittany with the super chat, thank you, friend. For some of the strongest people I know, took a hit yesterday and they are here for the show. Yes, yesterday was a rough day for us. We're pushing on, we're getting through. Such is life, you know, it's all you can do. Much love for you guys. Thank you for being people to look up to. Aw, thank you. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. For those of you that have not heard, we have mentioned, I think the last couple of shows, it all happened pretty quickly. Mr. Tails was not doing very well. He he's old. He was over 14. You know, we celebrated his 14th Gotcha Day last month. I think the beginning of the month, middle of the month. I don't remember the exact date. I'm not really good with dates. But we've had him for 14 years, and he showed up already. Like, he wasn't a little baby kitten like Mooch was. He was probably maybe 6 months or a year old. Yeah, about Topo's age, you know, when we got Topo. So he was well over 14 years old, and his body was just giving up. He had lost a whole bunch of weight. He was still in really good spirits, still snuggly. If you guys watched on Wednesday, he was still going after those snacks. He was all about it, and yesterday he just crashed. His body was just done, so we had to make a hard decision, and it kind of, you know, put a damper on things, kind of ruined our day and our week, but we're here for you guys to make some cake. That's all we can do. So thank you guys, everybody who showed some support and some love to us on Instagram and Facebook. We did post about it so that you guys could know ahead of time. I didn't want to, you know, break the news to you here, but thank you guys for loving him. I really appreciate it. Everybody got to know him over the years through, you know, our videos and our posts and everything, and he was a love. He was the perfect cat. He'd never gotten any trouble. He was super awesome, and, you know, I'm gonna get choked up. Y'all gonna make me talk about this. I'm gonna get choked up.
I'm gonna choke on chicken. Literally.
Well, there you go. Aw, do we have a Mr. Tails sticker going on there?
I did. Hold on.
Aw.
If you guys watched the other show,
right before we started, Dan was chowing down on some of the last of the chicken, and I just hear, oh, ow. He didn't take his toothpicks out before he was chomping down on it, so good job. I love that there's a little Mr.
I did.
Tails
Mr. Tails thing just a little bit ago.
Awesome.
Yes. So good job,
Megan
Tails.
took a special drink for Mr. Tails. Yeah, pour one out for the homie, guys.
Yeah, I made. I would like to find a picture of Mr. Tails with his little tongue out. But,
I have plenty of those.
I did about 2 minutes before the show.
Oh, I can. If you want to replace it,
okay.
Mr. Tails was the king of the blep. He was always sticking that tongue out like it was too big for his darn mouth.
So, I'll replace it soon. I just wanted to have something for like right now.
Yes, Brittany, let's eat our feelings. And I fully agree, carrot cake counts as a vegetable. You will not believe how much carrot is in here. It's 3 full cups of grated carrot. That's gotta be at least a serving of vegetables. At least, per giant slice, right?
Ooh, 86 in the house.
Yeah, it is really warm. How's things going for you guys? What's this time of year like for you guys? Because this is the time of year where we kind of alternate between, last week we had some days that were like in the 60s and windy and really cold. It's 86 inside our house right now. We're starting to feel the effects of...
We're gonna get some AC going. We can't live stream.
Yeah, we gotta figure something out. Our swamp cooler does not cut it. We're gonna have to get some sort of some air conditioning or something. Yeah, Chris, I knew it was coming from you. Warming up here, 90s this weekend. Yeah, you guys are always a little bit hotter than we are. Gina Marie wants to know if you could use a food processor. You know, I don't know. I never have. I'm not sure what the results of that would be. Certainly, if you have something automated that could grate it, by all means, do it. I don't have anything that would grate it this finely, so this is what I use. I see I missed a super chat. Hold on. Helen, send in the pair with some love. Thank you so much for the support, friend. We do appreciate that. Christine says it's 35 in New York. Ouch. That's freezing. Uncle Yukon says cold, sometimes warm, some sun, lots of clouds, not always raining. UP, same, and lake effects suck. 91 in San Diego yesterday, but 70 today. Yeah, this is that weird time of year where I see Brittany saying the weather can't decide what to do. Warm with the sun and freezing at night. We get the same thing. When I leave for work in the morning, it's cold, but I know it's going to be warm as heck just a few hours on, so It's that weird time. I've learned throughout my life, you just dress in layers. You just sort it out throughout the day, put on or take off whatever you need to accommodate whatever the weather wants to do. Hannah with the super chat, I lost the mouse.
Take it, when you lose the mouse, take it to the right, because it's got to leave my screen to come to your screen.
Okay.
Sorry, because we both have a mouse hooked up to what we're doing.
That's not very effective. Hannah with the super chat says, I've been watching this show for how long now? And this is the first time baking along. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're starting with this, because this is an amazing recipe. Oh,
yeah, I think when we very, very first started to do the baking show, I think we did my birthday cake. Like, first? That was it, right? Like, that's kind of what kicked it off?
No, that was November. We started, the first time we baked something on camera in this format was Halloween when we made the sugar cookies.
Okay.
I
just
don't remember what
remember early on, I'm like, you should do your carrot cake. And you're like, no, I had to wait. And then now we don't have to wait anymore.
Yes, that was for Easter. We've talked about it a lot. That's the Easter snack. Can you roll down?
That was like 6 months ago?
Chris said, always a little bit hotter. Oh, thanks, Crystal. Oh, you scroll.
Wait.
But you and Dan are pretty hot yourselves.
Ooh.
Oh, Chris.
Oh, dang.
What am I going to do with you?
I don't know. Maybe Chris has one of those bowls at the front door for the keys.
Oh.
I don't know. Did you preheat your oven? Yes. Did you see this?
I am not preheating my oven yet.
Did you get those
Because I did not. I'm carrot hands. I can't really do much of anything. I'm going to leave you in charge of super chats right now.
Just carrot hands? Oh, Dan!
You're gonna get an elbow to the eye. I'm not preheating it yet because I am just at the grating point, but thank you, Foxy Koala, for the reminder. Can you guys remind me, after I'm done grating all the carrots, to preheat the oven?
You could ask anybody.
I just did. I asked 85 people to please remind me when I start mixing ingredients in the mixer to preheat my oven. I should remember because that's my first step on my recipe. So hopefully I will remember, but I'm not going to turn it on and warm up this kitchen any longer than I have to. Brittany's liking your faded hair. It is about time to redo it.
It is way
You
about
are
time.
very Easter pastel-y.
I am, huh? Okay, so we're all caught up on the super chats.
Hang
There
on.
was Helen, there was...
It goes so fast. Hannah said morning starts cold. It ends up being hot. Heat and AC running the same day every day. Oh yeah, we're at that point too. Same damn thing. It's frustrating. We still have the electric blanket on the bed because you don't want to take it off because next week it's supposed to be a little bit chilly again. OMG, Husky Tales 101, a donation in honor of Mr. Tails for a local cat rescue or cat food for the local strays. You are awesome. I will definitely look into that and do that. You know what? I would love to donate something to the vet's office that took care of us, even though Dan ran in there in a panic and was swearing at them because Dan does not handle crisis very well.
That was like the most misrepresented words that have ever come out of your mouth.
You told me what
happened.
happened.
That is not exactly what happened, first of all. Second of all, that story is like not public. And third of all, yeah, they should probably get something.
We've gone to that vet for at least 20 years, and they are always so awesome all the time.
Right.
We weren't able to get in when you were in Michigan and I had to get all the cats in, but other than that, they've been super awesome. They're incredible people there.
Yeah.
So
Thank you so much. We will definitely make sure they get that. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Dan, what's with the yellow speech bubble for the Mr. Tails sticker?
It's a halo. Did you not get a clue?
Oh, dang, be nice.
No, I'm
Jeez.
just kidding. I had like 2 minutes to put it together. Like I said a little bit ago. Who said that, Brittany?
Yeah.
Like I said a bit ago. I will replace it with like Boop Nose or something like that. But
yeah, I'll find you a better picture.
I threw it up there now, so at least we could figure like how do we like
show some
express.
love, yeah.
So at least we can do that now. PJ with the super chat. Hey fam, what's up, dude?
Thank you, PJ.
I don't know, Jess, did your vlog go live today? Can I promote that or not? Not yet. Not yet.
Can I promote that yet? It sounds like you just did.
Okay, back to
I do see there's 91 of you guys watching. If you guys like what you see, even though we're not doing much yet but Grating Carrots, please hit that thumbs up. It does help. Something about algorithms. I don't know. It helps the show grow, sustain, all that good stuff. So I would appreciate that.
I put your Facebook link. Plug your Facebook link.
Oh yeah, if you guys don't already, head over to Facebook and follow Getting Baked with Crystal. I post the recipe that we're gonna make on Fridays. I post them on Monday. I post the ingredients list so you guys can bake along with us. I did actually, just before the show started, I've had this recipe for as long as I can remember. I can't find it pinned on my Pinterest or... You guys remember Food Gawker? That was another thing that came out around the same time. I actually started using it before Pinterest, but then Pinterest was better. But I looked through both my old Food Gawker account that I haven't used in years and my Pinterest page. I cannot find a carrot cake recipe. So I started just looking for carrot cake recipes, cannot find the exact same recipe. So I went ahead and just posted a picture of the recipe handwritten in my personal cookbook for you guys on Getting Baked with Crystal, the Facebook group and page. So now I'm all... down 10 different lanes, but I do post the recipes on Mondays so you guys can get your ingredients if you want to bake along, and then I post the recipe after we make it. I'll post it on my Pinterest page if I can find it on Pinterest, otherwise I'll post it on the group. If you guys want to bake along and want the recipe ahead of time, just slide into my DMs. I'll send that over to you. I know a few people have done that ahead of time. I do talk a lot and kind of get derailed, so maybe I move too fast or too slow for you guys, and you want to just follow the recipe on your own pace, you can go ahead and do that. I will send you the recipe. Halo the Husky with the super chat, thank you so much for the support. You guys are the best. There was another one that went by that I missed. Can you scroll up?
Foxy Koala with the super chat. I'm baking along with you in memory of Mr. Tails.
Awesome. Thank you, friend.
Thank you.
And thank you for the support. My hands are already tired.
Oh.
Marco is here, 82 in the AV. Yes, it is warm today. I think when I looked this morning, it said it was going to be 86, but I got in my car at lunch, and the thermostat in my car said it was 89 outside.
We're going to try to figure out how to make AC happen.
Yeah,
we're
going to be miserable in here.
We're not going to be miserable in here.
I bake throughout the summer, but that's really when the late night baking kicks in. That's Friday, Saturday night, 11, 12 o'clock once it starts to cool down.
I spent last summer in a terrarium. Like, seriously, I died for like 1 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I would just lay on the couch and just be done.
Yes.
So this year we were going to be in style. Since we're going to have to be since we're in here all the time.
Yeah, there's no way we're going to be doing 2 baking shows and a game show a week and not be cooled down.
Yes.
Hannah with the super chat. Oh, before I forget, your package should arrive on Tuesday. Oh, thank you, friend. Just in time for us to open it on Wednesday's show. Unless you want me to save it for Friday, you have to let me know. If it's baking stuff, I usually try to wait for Friday. Oh, speaking of which, my co-host left me. Can we show, it's hanging on the stove, but can we show the awesome towels that Husky Tails sent? I've got 2 of them, but only one of them is on the stove, because I don't have room for 2, with the most adorable little mooch kitty knocking down a plant, which is exactly the reason I don't have plants inside my house, and I have to get everything that will make it outside.
Pretty accurate. If it was a flip book, it would be Mooch eating it afterwards.
Yes, rolling around in the dirt. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that.
Nice.
They're super nice. They're super soft.
Aren't like these towels are fun.
No, those are
they're like,
these are called tea towels. They're just thin and like
angry,
decorative. They're not really.
This is like soft.
Nice. Yeah, that's super soft and cushy.
Thank you.
Liz said lawn at my apartment complex. Oh, I thought it said got moved. I'm like, how did it get moved? Got mowed today. Are you all itchy? I was so sneezy at work today. It was so windy. This is also the time of year everything starts blooming and my face just leaks for like months straight.
People want to know why you don't have a food processor. This is being equivalated to having like a washboard instead of a washing machine.
I am that person. My dad used to hate that. I would prefer to screw something in by hand than to like dig out a drill and like power it in. I am just that person. I kind of like to do things the hard way. It's part of my stubborn Leo Italian nature. It's what I do. I really like the size of the holes on this cheese grater, and I like the size that it makes these. If I had a food processor that chopped at this size, then I would do it, for sure, but I don't. So there's that. Crystal the Animal over at the Super Chat. Love you guys. Hugs. Here for you. I know you lost a cat at... Sorry, the chat's moving. At 20 years old 4 years ago and a dog a month ago. It doesn't get easy. No, and we knew it was coming with Tails. That doesn't make it any easier. It's always hard. It's always an empty feeling. And Chris donating to the AC fund. Friends don't let friends get baked by the sun. Appreciate you, friend. I love Chris's humor. He just always has a joke that always makes me laugh. Like, no matter what happens, what comes up, Chris always has the funnies. Amanda is a lucky girl. I'm not hitting on you, just for the record. I'm just saying. Having a guy who makes you laugh definitely counts for a lot. I know that from experience. Hannah says, my co-workers don't understand that about me. I would rather use a screwdriver and a ratchet than use my drill. Yeah, I don't know why. Like I said, it's probably just my stubborn nature. I just don't get it. It's the way I am. Sour Patch Pack with the super chat. Thank you so much for the support. No message there, but thank you for the love and the support. I appreciate it. PJ Ignition 1991 on YouTube, also PJ and Fan Vlogs. I'm finishing up editing my side of the video with Jess. It should be tomorrow around 12:30 p.m. Eastern, maybe a little later. Had a busy week, work/school. Man, my mouth is not working today. I promise I haven't had vodka yet. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing both yours and Jess's video. Jordan with the super chat. I have had a really rough day and just want to eat and go to bed. I feel you, friend. Crystal and Dan, I'm so sorry about Tails. Thank you. I appreciate that. Love you all. Have a good night. Make sure to give Mooch some carrots. Yes. So that's the other thing I wanted to bring up. Dan got his stand-up desk, and it is wide enough that Mooch, I don't know if you can or want to turn the camera to show, Mooch has a position, a permanent fixture on Dan's desk here. He can put the cat bed there.
That's pretty much
where he's been. That's pretty much where he's been standing the whole time.
Yeah, as soon as Dan put it there, he knew it was for him and he climbed right on it, curled up, and that's what he's doing now.
This desk was pretty cool. Only 7 minutes to put it together.
Oh my god. The video said 7 minutes. We started, like 8:30, 9 o'clock last night? Yeah. We stopped at midnight because our drill gave up. It was done being a drill. Sorry, I wiped my face and I had carrots on my finger. Look at you, fancy pants up and down. So yeah, we were kind of offended that the video said you can put it together in 7 minutes because you had to have put together 700 of them to have the experience to put it together in 7 minutes.
That's not happening.
What?
Put it together.
No, I don't know what kind of genie magic they were using. It was not going together in 7 minutes at all. But it is together. So that's awesome.
I was super happy.
Brittany called it the Mooch elevator. Yes, it is.
I was super happy to have it because I definitely wanted Mooch to be able to. Just will try to keep him from hopping on the table all the time.
I hope so.
Because he's close enough, so.
Mooch could not care less about it moving. No, he could not. He's out.
Mooch doesn't care about that.
No,
stuff.
I will wake him up and give him some carrots because he will be excited for that. But yeah, right now he's just happy to be snuggled up in a spot close to us and left alone. Yes, the desk is awesome. It weighs about 3,000 tons, but it's on wheels, so we can slide it into here. Oh my gosh.
You choke. I'll talk. It'll be cool to move it around the house so I don't have to disconnect anything at all. Even the computer's up off the ground, which is weird. The computer's mounted in there. And so there's no more wires, so I can just move it around and from set to set. I guess we'll call it sets. From set to set. So it'll literally save hours.
Like
and I get to stand up.
day.
I hate sitting down. I get to stand up, so yay.
Hannah graded her carrots before the show, so she's just patiently waiting.
That was smart.
I wish my mom called me today and was like, "Hey, we usually go home early the Friday before Easter, and Boss Man's coming in today, so see if he'll let you guys go home early." Well, I'm not gonna ask. Like, I'm still kind of new there, so I'm just like waiting and waiting. He came and went, and nobody got to go home early, so I was pretty disappointed. I really wanted to prep my carrots ahead of time. I'm making good time though. We need 3 cups total. I'm almost to 2.
Dan asked to help.
Huh?
Dan asked to help.
Dan did ask to help, but it's not really a 2-person job with 1 cheese grater, so there's that. Crystal, you have been ditched. Yes.
Neither was that scene in Ghost, but they made that pottery wheel work.
Megan's having some whiskey. Cheers to you both for being so positive and staying strong. Love you guys. Thank you, Megan. We love you. We appreciate all the support from all of you guys. Crystal, the animal lover, says, I'm glad we got to see Tails on Wednesday. Our last time seeing him, I was glad he tried the dehydrated fish. Yes, he was very happy for that. And you guys saw him. He wasn't struggling. Like, he was skinny and bony, but he was still lively. So it's just, he made it until he couldn't anymore. Marco sent a Venmo. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Marco.
Charlotte says, mine's done. I took a shortcut and used a box mix. Can't fault you for that. This part, no fun at all.
Sorry, I feel like the camera's blurry.
Does it look blurry to you
Did you put
guys?
Vaseline on the camera?
It makes me look better.
No,
I look better in the dark and blurry.
It's okay. It's fine.
Chris says, Snow Dogs Vlogs is my hero today. Thanks for the heads up on the new Offspring music. I feel like at this point I have to check it out to give it a chance, but oh man. See what had happened was The lead singer, I believe his name is Dexter Holland, maybe, if I'm not mistaken, was on the cover of a magazine.
You sure know a lot about Offspring.
Because he was on the cover of a magazine when I was like a freshman or a sophomore, and he had the same hairdo I did.
Oh.
So guess what I got called? It must have been freshman year because I cut bangs right after that.
Like
I was
this
just like
hair right
done.
here?
No. I cut bangs after that. I was just like done. I got
have a
called
photo?
Dexter. No, I don't think there's. I don't know if there's really any photo. Just like me with no bangs and like.
I don't know.
I want to say his hair was parted in the middle, maybe. I don't know.
No, I think we're gonna need some photos of this.
I
think-
don't know
I
if
think
I-
we're gonna have to figure this out.
There's not a lot of photos of me from high school.
Hey,
Mohawk? No, not a mohawk.
hey Dexter, how many carrots do you have left?
Oh my god, stop it. I have 1.5 that are already peeled, like washed and peeled and ready. I don't know if that's gonna make 3 cups, so I might have to do another one here. The problem was there was like 1 giant carrot in here, and there's another big one, but it's got a big crack down the whole thing, which is kind of hard to navigate around when you're grating. Are you going to squeeze the carrots with paper towels? No, absolutely not. We want that moisture in the cake. The carrot bits cook off, and that moisture stays in the cake and gives it a really, really moist cake. Chris says, not gonna lie, one of the 2 tracks I heard was pretty darn good. Only one of the 2. Oh, Helen with the sad face. I'm being a sook for you guys. I don't know what sook means. Is that an Australian word? I've never heard of that. That gets a little too big. PJ with the super chat says, my channel is totes named after their 2nd album. Really? Hannah says, I was supposed to peel them. You don't necessarily have to, as long as you wash them. I hope you wash them. You know me and my germs and all that stuff, so I wash and peel to get all the dirt bits off of there. I don't want any of that on my carrots. So yes, I do peel them, but I suppose that's, if you eat carrots without peeling them, you're fine. But I hope you wash them, because they grow in the ground. Yes, I washed them. I'm not a Neanderthal. All right. Just checking. Well, some people don't be knowing. Wash something, need the extra minerals, you know? Yep, Chris, God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. If you're into that sort of thing, I am pretty much a germaphobe, so that is not happening at all. My hands are getting so cramped up and tired. At least I haven't grated a finger yet. Hopefully I can maintain that. Oh my goodness.
You're doing great.
I'm trying.
If only there was a machine.
I'm sure there is a machine, but I like to do things the hard way. And look, not everybody has a machine, so I'm going to show you guys. You can make this carrot cake with your little, like, what, $5 cheese grater?
Oh no, Crystal's turning orange. That's built in.
Yeah. Is that... My hand is totally orange, absolutely.
You can't tell.
Yes, there is a machine. But look, part of the reason I do this show is to show people, like, you can do this with what you have. Make it work. I think it was Hannah who messaged me and was like, what else do I need for this? Do I need, like, a special cake pan or something? Make it with what you have. You can make this into cupcakes. You can make it, I'm going to make it in a 13x9 pan. That's how I like it. That's how I've always made it. You could do it as a layer cake, although I would recommend, I was talking with Mr. Danny Dell, Big Poppy, whatever freaking name he goes by, wherever we are, about making a layer cake and whether the frosting should be increased for the layer cake. That really depends on how thick you like it. Like how thick of a layer of frosting you want. When you make a 13x9 cake, it does make a pretty thick layer of frosting on there. I love it that way. If you're gonna do a layer cake, and have frosting inside of it, you're probably going to want to at least increase it by 50%, if not just double it, so you have enough. It's probably going to be a pretty thin layer if you don't do anything. Hannah says, I have like next to nothing since I moved. Yeah, so I want to show you guys, like, you can make this with whatever you have and whatever you think is going to be most versatile for you. If you think you're going to make a lot of cupcakes, muffins, that kind of stuff, make these into cupcakes with your muffin pan. Go get one of those. Also, regarding having almost nothing since you moved, check out dollar stores. I have so much stuff in my kitchen that I've gotten from dollar stores that it's hit or miss. Sometimes you get just really crappy crap. I have some rubber spatulas that were Betty Crocker and I was so excited. And they don't stand up to high heat very well. So it's hit or miss. My new cupcake pan like holder thingies that I got. Not for cooking, but for storing. 99 cents. I got 3 of them. They're amazing. I love them even more than the one I had before. That was not 99 cents. Also check out Aldi. They have really good deals on stuff here and there. I got a springform pan for like $6 there once. Crystal should have put on a gloves so to not get the carrot grated disease. Oh my god, there's carrot diseases! Please don't give me any more complexes. I think all the rest of my carrots have cracks, so I'm just gonna do what I can. Hannah says I found some good deals on some stuff yesterday. Cake Carrier came with 2 round pans for like $10. That is awesome. Yeah, I would not recommend, especially if you're just, starting out making things and stuff and just starting out on your own. Don't go spend a bunch of money on all the fanciest stuff. My stuff, the stuff that I have that's higher end, I've collected over the years. I definitely started with lower end stuff, and some of the stuff I still have has worked really well and is lower end, and I stick with it. You don't have to spend all the money in the world. You don't have to get... One time I won a contest that gave me like a $25 Macy's gift card. You guys, Macy's is freaking expensive.
We got that thing.
Look, let me see if I can even reach it. Yeah. I bought this, and I still had to pay extra.
We were in the store for like an hour.
We walked around forever trying to find something that I didn't want to spend a bunch of extra money. I just wanted to spend my gift card. $25 plus I probably had to pay the tax or something. It's a like multi-dip dish for the boys when they have nuggets. Dan uses the heck out of it. It's very useful, I will admit that, but holy crap. Don't go to Macy's to buy your stuff unless you are independently wealthy. Amanda is done grating carrots. I am envious. Wait, Amanda, I thought you were traveling. Didn't you say you were traveling? Weren't you going to be in Tucson? I didn't even know you were here until just now. Chris said, the people at the dollar store get so annoyed when I ask how much something is. Like, price tags would solve that. Dan gets so annoyed at the dollar store when there's things that are not $1. There's a lot of stuff that'll have a sticker on it that says $2.99 or $5.99. He just rants about how, like, that's not a dollar store. Oh, Amanda ditched on her trip so she can make carrot cake? That's love. That's love. Brittany says that was in a food review for the Cheeto mac and cheese. I'm not sure what you're talking. Are we talking about the hate for things that aren't $1? Uncle Yukon, $25 cost that much just to park and walk in without buying anything. Pretty much, yeah. Although I will say I did find some velvet pants for like super cheap at Macy's. I'm waiting for them to show up next week. I'm really excited. I hope they fit. Husky with the super chat. Husky, that's a mouthful. Husky Tales 101 with the super chat. Want to laugh? Ask Dan to see the photo I sent. Hey, Dan. But I need to see it. Oh, answering the age-old question of how dogs would wear pants. That's exactly how they would wear them.
I'm envious that looks better than my butt.
They do have pretty nice butts. Cyber Husky says, true story. About 15 years ago, I was doing a diet program that required eating a lot of veggies. I ate so many carrots, I legit started turning orange. Unfortunately, it didn't help my eyesight. Yeah, first of all, crazy that you were legit turning orange. And I've heard that carrots don't really help. I think that was a Dantix question, actually, that it's just an old wives' tale that they actually help your eyes. Oh, Amanda says, I was going to, but AJ's dealing with drainage from allergies, and I am also. I'm standing here going, as soon as I finish this carrot, I need to go get a tissue. My face is leaking. I had a migraine yesterday that did not go away till this morning. Oh, I'm sorry. So I canceled the trip yesterday. Well, that sucks. But hey, at least you get to be here with us and have fun, right? Uncle Yukon, I walked through Macy's once, got frowned at because I wasn't dressed fancy, right? And like, we don't live in a fancy town. We're not like Beverly Hills or something. When they put the Macy's in here, I'm like, Macy's. Like, who's gonna shop at Macy's? You know, our other anchor stores, it's attached to our mall. The other anchor stores are like
Is that mall?
Sears.
Is that mall talk? Is that mall talk? What are anchor stores?
Oh, anchor stores are like the big stores at the end, not the little stores when you walk through the mall,
Right.
but
Whoa.
the big stores at the end or middle, like the big stores.
What do you call the middle stores?
They're just stores.
Oh, excuse me. Do you have a fancy word for anchor stores?
They don't have a name, no. But the anchor stores are the big stores at the end of the mall. Sorry, I didn't realize that wasn't a common term.
You're a mall rat.
But I worked there for a lot of years. I was a mall rat.
How's that food court?
Spent all of my. The food court was okay. Really, the only place I could eat was Del Taco, and I ate a million 7-layer burritos.
Wasn't there a dude that worked at that Del Taco and the candy place and the
Yes,
shoe
there
place
was, and he
like,
also lived right over there.
He
in the
like
next park
worked
over.
at every time I would go to check out at the mall, he was there. I'd go buy Del Taco, he'd be there, and then later I'd go to candy, and he'd be checking me out at the candy thing.
Yeah,
Not checking me out.
He
but
made
like,
lots of my
cashing me out.
burritos and sold me lots of little candies at that kiosk that was right outside the Claire's I worked at.
Me too.
But anyway, the other anchor stores at our mall are like Sears, JCPenney. We have a Dillard's, which was also another one that was weird because Dillard's is kind of expensive too. Used to be a Mervyn's, I believe.
Yeah.
Christina is here. What's up, Christina? Thank you for joining.
You just showed your age about talking about Mervyn's.
Yeah, well, we know I'm old. Chris says, Amanda may have missed her friend hangout, but on the upside, I get carrot cake. See? Silver lining. I hope you're helping. Are you grating a carrot? Wait, she said she was already done. Oh, yeah, that's right. Hannah misses Dillard's. I have one thing I purchased from Dillard's in my whole life. And again, this was at the time when I worked at the mall and, like, would spend my lunch break walking through the stores and buying music. I would go buy CDs on my lunch break. They had these little, like, ankle boot things. They kind of look like combat boots, but like to the ankle, but big chunky heels. And they were like not velvet, like suede, and they had leopard print all across the toe, and they were so expensive. And then they went on clearance, and then my grandpa sent me $50 for Christmas, and I went and bought my $50 leopard print little boot shoes that I still have in there.
You do still have them, huh?
Yes, I do. Amanda, you are a woman after my own heart. She kicks him out of the kitchen while she bakes.
Huh.
I'm trying. Dan's eating my carrot bits. As long as you stay out of these bits. I think we are about at 3 cups.
I'm just so hungry. Like,
I told you to eat.
I
before
ate
oh yeah, you ate toothpicks. I remember.
I ate everything that went together. There's no more things that match in the house. Ham, no burger. Kool-Aid, no sugar.
Behind the Grand Adventure says, OMG, I haven't seen a Mervyn's in about a decade. Used to be an anchor at Southland Mall in Metro Detroit. Oh man, I love Mervyn's.
Yeah.
You know what? Mervyn's had the best New Kids on the Block stuff when I was a kid. I remember spending a week babysitting for my mom's friend. Like, I went down and stayed with her for a week and babysat her kid. And at the end, she took me to Mervyn's and was like, get whatever you want. And I probably spent like $40 getting whatever I want, like back in 1990. And I was so excited. And it cost her $40 for babysitting for a week.
They always had the best selection of Swatch watches out of all the places
they?
that they had the best selection of Swatch watches. Oh my God.
Sorry, I'm trying to cook here.
And everybody.
Nancy's making a pound cake for Easter. 4 ingredients, 1 pound each of flour, eggs, sugar, and butter. Is that why it's called a pound cake? I never knew that. Serving it with strawberry cheesecake ice cream, fresh strawberries, whipped cream, and sprinkles. That sounds amazing.
That's a 4-pound cake. That's ridiculous.
How heavy do you think my cakes are?
Hi, Elisa.
Oh, Elisa's here. Hello, Elisa. And Kathy is here. Hello, Kathy. The Perfecto 39. This should be my last carrot. It's only 6:40. We're doing good. I was supposed to go get a tissue, but I'm going to grate this carrot now and just keep sniffling. Hope for the best. Yep, Uncle Yukon says, Dan had his chance Wednesday. Now leave the kitchen. Yeah, you got your own show. Liz hasn't been to a local mall in years. Yeah, Dan and I have gone a few times recently, and it is not the same as when you're like 17, 18, 19 for sure. Jess says, we used to shop at the Fairlane Mall and Southfield Mall.
They've aged us out of the mall though. Like nothing's
Yeah.
for us. Like all the hats are flat filled now.
Yeah,
And,
like I've
like,
even gone there like,
just
I have
not.
money, I'm gonna buy whatever I want like I'm Pretty Woman. I'm getting whatever I want. And I can't find a damn thing in the mall that I want.
Can we get a Pretty Woman again?
No.
Can you do that again?
One time only. Hannah, almost time to preheat the oven. Yes. Oh, Shannon says they just bulldozed our mall. Kind of sad. Spent a lot of teenage years walking around that place with people I no longer talk to. That's kind of how it goes, isn't it?
Crystal, they bowled down Crystal's Toys R Us.
Oh, they did. My first job was at Toys R Us. My mom worked at Toys R Us for years when I was a kid, and I spent so much time there. I lived in one town, went to school in a different town because it was a better school, so my mom like shipped me over there, and then the Toys R Us was in the third town, the town we live in now, but it was like probably 20-30 minutes for me to get to school from home, another like 15-20 minutes to get to Toys R Us, and then another half hour to get back home from Toys R Us. And every school day I would do that. My mom would drive me out to school, drop me off, and then sometime when she would remember to come get me, she'd pick me up and take me back to Toys R Us. And I spent so much time in that Toys R Us break room hanging out, doing my homework, and then eventually I got a job working there for, I think I did 2 Christmas seasons there, and it's completely bulldozed to the ground now.
Along with your memories, you spent a lot of time there, right? Do you remember when your mom got hired there?
I don't remember her getting hired. I was probably maybe 12 or 13. My mom ran daycare out of our house. Ivy wants to help you bake, Crystal. I swear she's not as chaotic as Dan in the kitchen. Crosses fingers behind back. I don't believe it. And Chris says, poor Dan. We love Crystal being part of Dan's show, but Dan gets an eviction notice.
I know, right? Oh my gosh.
See, but I'm more helpful. That's what's
That's
going
alright.
on. What was I saying before that? I don't know. Alright.
We're
I would say that's 3 cups.
Sorry, I turned on the wrong microphone.
Oh, jeez. Jess said you broke the mic.
Sorry, I turned down the wrong microphone.
Can you hear me now?
New buttons. Who
She
dis?
said, there you go.
Sorry,
Oh.
guys.
It's okay. I was just forgetting what I
Sorry.
was talking about.
We were talking about.
Do we want to see if Mooch
Toys
wants
R Us.
carrots?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about if I remembered if my
you know
mom...
what? Can you save him for later? He's out.
They're going to dry out, but yeah.
Just save him for later. He's
Okay.
out.
All right, I'm going to wash my hands, and then I need to go get a tissue. So, Dan, you can be unevicted from the kitchen if you'd like, so you can entertain.
Okay. When you come back, will you check your phone for a super chat? Like, will you check what I texted you?
Yes.
Provided it went to you.
I did get something from you.
Hi everybody. I don't hear.
You put the toothpick that tried to kill you in the sink, and it's going to try to break the disposal.
Well, the sink's a lot better than where I was putting it before the sink, which was into my lip hole. Oh my gosh. Hi everybody.
Right back.
I'm a nervous wreck when Dan picks up a knife. I am too. I was, okay, so I have this big old desk here, and it came in a bunch of boxes. And I was trying to take the huge boxes, like big old, like lid boxes, and reduce them down, so I was cutting them with the razor blade. I have a really sharp razor blade with a new blade. I flipped the blade over, so it was really sharp. And then, hey, So I was really concerned that I was gonna cut myself with the razor blade, and I didn't. But I was really concerned about that. So I get it. I get nervous when I pick up a knife as well. It's Dan. It is me. Hello. Hi. What's up, Adrian? Dan juggle.
Okay, what's happening
No.
here?
I only can juggle D's, but I'm out of them. Might want to bring me some. Yes. Oh, look at all the Kamiko love in the chat because Kamiko came running across. She came streaking.
We got a Venmo super chat, I guess, from Morgan. Thank you so much, Morgan, for the support. In honor of Mr. Tails, the best cat around, love the Abarca, Bryden, Mavis, I don't know how to pronounce it, Punzalan? Is that how
There
you
you go.
pronounce her last name? Gangs. Thank you all
Thank
so much,
you.
all of you OG
Yay.
Brydens now with all your new last names. Thank you, I do appreciate that. And I promise you guys we will make a donation to the vet, the shelter. We'll do something. I'm going to look into it and see what we can do there.
Yeah, today I was like, man, I should probably read him a gift card to go say I'm sorry.
Since you were a little angry. Again, Dan does not deal with stress well. Okay, I'm just gonna set this off to the side because Mooch is gonna want some of that later. Alright, now it's time to preheat the oven. Can you show the camera how fine the carrots are? Yes, thank you, Lacey Jane. Appreciate the reminder. They're all kind of mashed down. But, let me see, like, they're little bits. Hey, whoa, that's my hand. They're tiny little bits.
Get up in there, girl. Get close to that lens right there. There you. Here, just leave it right there.
My hand doesn't go that way.
Just today.
So they're super finely grated,
Like
like
cheese.
cheese. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. It's grated like cheese. You can make it bigger if that's how you like it. I don't know how that would affect the recipe, Because I don't know where this recipe came from. I couldn't find the recipe, the original recipe that I used and wrote down to figure out, did I do it because that's what they did, or is that just how I made it? I don't know, but I like it like this because, like I said in the beginning, the carrots cook off completely. There's no chunks of carrots left in the cake. You just get that carrot flavor and all the moisture out of the carrots. Because we have so many fans going, I actually think I want to cover up the carrots so they don't dry out.
Because of all your fans?
Because of all my fans. Crystal says, I made a donation for when my dog passed away. I gave some money to Huskies and Pugs in Need in my dog's name, so donating money in Mr. Tails is awesome of you guys doing that. Yeah, I feel like we have to. You know, it's you guys support us so much. The vet was super awesome with us. We have to give back. Hannah said, okay, good. Mine look like that too. Chris, grated carrots, but do they catch? No, this is gonna make a mess. Don't encourage him. Foxy Koala with the super chat. I already got my cake in the oven because I hate the heat already. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this on, but I'm gonna hate life. I just know it. So the oven's gonna go to 350. I did not get my pan out yet, so bear with me, guys, while I figure out which cupboard my pan is in.
Dryers and oops, I forgot about that. It's towels. If for all you voyeurs out there, it's towels. I used the last towel and I had to get the washing ourselves towels done. I was supposed to stop.
Oh yeah, that wasn't the doorbell. It's the dryer we always forget about. That's always buzzing through all of our shows.
I didn't even hear it go off. My bad. Sorry.
Tristan says, do you drink almond milk or regular? Assuming almond or oat. No, I'm a vegetarian, not a vegan. I love milk. You know that commercial with Oprah? I love bread. No, I love milk. I cannot do without milk. When Blake's here, we go through at least 2, maybe 3 gallons of milk in the week that he's here. Dan does not drink milk. Dan drinks almond milk. When I drink almond milk, there's something about that flavor that just makes me gag a little bit. It feels like warm milk. Even when it's ice cold, in my mouth, it tastes like warm milk, and I can't. And I've tried. Like, I've been at people's houses that only have almond milk, and I want some milk with dinner, and I'll pour myself a glass, and oh, it just tastes like warm milk to me. I can't do it. I like ice cold milk. If it's hot out, I will throw an ice cube in my milk because I'm gonna finish that milk before that ice cube melts to water down the milk. So no, absolutely milk for me. Dan can't have milk, so he gets the almond stuff. I'm gonna use my metal pan. I don't know that I've ever made it in the metal pan, but I learned right along with you guys when I posted it on the Facebook page. Metal pans should be used anytime you're making anything that's like a bread or a cake or anything like that should go in metal. It has to do with how it heats. I don't remember. I just remember the part you're supposed to use metal. I usually use my glass one just because that's a nice, good size, but I'm going to go ahead, I think, and use this one. Maybe. I'm going to check my glass one. Hold on. Because I don't know if they're the exact same size. That just occurs to me that the glass one seems like it's bigger. No, it says 9 by 13 also. Yeah, I guess they're the same size. This fits inside of it. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna try it with the metal one this time. Honestly, I've always made it in the glass one. It's never been an issue, so if you guys only have glass, go for it. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out and ready so I don't have to do that when I'm ready to pour it in. Adrian says metal heats faster than glass. Okay, that's good, right? I am correct in saying that the cake should go in there? It's not the size of the pan, it's how you bake the cake. Oh, Chris, you kill me. All right.
107 people watching.
Sorry, I'm trying to regroup here. Oh, I didn't get my eggs out and cool them to room temperature. Oh well, it is what it is. So we're gonna start with 4 eggs.
Are you okay? Can you position this where you'd like it to be, and then I can move the camera around it? Are you okay with it right here?
I think so.
So you moved it like an inch.
Just on principality. I really didn't need to move it. Alright, so the part that we're gonna make in here is gonna end up, we're gonna make it all in here, and then we're gonna add all the carrots to it and kind of fold those in by hand. I'm trying to think about whether this is gonna take the whisk or the paddle, and I think I'm gonna start with the whisk because I think it's pretty liquidy until we add the carrots into it. Foxy Koala with the super chat says, I mixed everything by hand. You are hardcore, friend. I just don't have the patience for that. As much as I have the patience to sit here and grate carrots by hand, I do not want to mix things by hand. So props to you for being that patient. Sarah got a new 9x13 metal pan with a lid at her shower last week. That is awesome. I don't have a lid for any of mine. I did get those, what did I get? 9x9, the brownie pans with lids, and that is awesome. When I make something in there, the like coffee cakes and stuff, and I can just throw the lid on it and throw it in the fridge. So my next move when I start upgrading things is everything needs lids. All my everythings. I was sad that I could not find round cake pans with a lid because I would have liked to have done that as well. I'm just digging out the membrane-y piece. If you guys have watched before, you know that I do not like the little membrane-y bits. They gross me out, so I just scoop those out of here. Chris says, sorry, I'm a 12-year-old trapped in a much older body. You and me friend. You and me both friend. That's why I laugh at all your jokes.
Can it be older than 12?
Huh?
Can it be older than 12?
No.
Just a little bit.
The lid was even custom engraved with the Jameson family. That's adorable. I love that. RFSJ is here. What's up, bro? Make the investment CAA 1000. I don't know what that means. Can I get some more information on that?
On the love, like, I wish I had a KitchenAid mixer was the comment.
Oh, gotcha.
Crystal
Oh,
serves.
CAA 1000 is a person.
Yes,
oh,
yes.
Gotcha. Sorry, I missed that one. Yeah, I dreamed of a KitchenAid forever. I only have one because it was a gift. But absolutely, if you can afford to save up for one, it is the best.
They last forever.
They do pretty much last forever. If anything goes wrong with it, they're pretty simple to fix from what I can tell. Although I've not heard the best things about their customer service, just to throw that out there. If you can't afford one, no worries. Like the knockoff ones, I saw Aldi had one recently. Sometimes you can find them cheap on Amazon, at Walmart, whatever. I had I want to say Sunbeam brand that lasted me for years and years, and I only got rid of it because I got a KitchenAid, and then I gave it to my brother, and he used it for a while before it gave out. So even if you can't afford a KitchenAid, a stand mixer is really a great investment if you bake a lot. I would definitely highly recommend that. All right, so we're gonna start with the eggs. I like to start just mixing those to get them kind of discombobulated from the blobs that they start as. Another thing that makes this moist, there is a lot of oil in this recipe. 1 1/4 cups of vegetable oil. Don't judge me.
Can you give us a second? Read this shot. That's here. 100%.
There's something floating in here.
Ew, what's floating in your corner?
I don't know. Someone probably didn't wash this well enough.
Maybe it's popcorn.
Maybe it's what?
Popcorn. Maybe popcorn.
It is absolutely not popcorn. It actually looks like a little bit of carrot, but you know me, I'm a little weirded out by things, so I have to fish it out. I see we now have over 100 people here. You guys are awesome. Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already, if you like what you see, please hit that thumbs up button right down there underneath the video. It really does help the show to sustain and to grow. I would really, really appreciate it. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. I don't really care. Just do something so we know you're here. I would appreciate that. Jason says it gave out while I was making a bunch of cookies for an event, and it didn't just give out, it shredded metal chunks into my dough. Oh, yeah, I forgot about
like
that.
those metal crustios.
Okay, so this step, we're going to mix the eggs with the vegetable oil, the sugar, and the vanilla. So I'm going to pour in my oil. And just kind of get that going while I measure my sugar and my vanilla. Vanilla's going to be 2 teaspoons. I really love these new measuring spoons and cups that I got that have the measurement. I don't know if the light's gonna hit it right. They have the measurement like raised up on here. There you go. Now you can kind of see it. So it's never gonna wash away, and it's super easy to read.
Sorry, you can put it back. The focus point is in the middle.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
I got it at an angle you could see
My
it.
focal point's in the middle of the goo. Hi.
In the middle of the goo.
Yeah, that's where the focal
All
point
right,
is.
so 2 of these. I'm always a little generous with the vanilla. I like vanilla. Crystal says, this is fun. Love watching you guys and hanging out. So do we. This is really fun. No matter what kind of day I had, it's always fun to get on here and, like, I said it before, it feels like I'm just hanging out with my friends. I just talk to you guys and read the things you write, and you can't talk back to me. Foxy Paula says, who would want a thumbs down you two when we have fun every time? Hey, you have fun, but some other people might not. I'm not here to judge. You don't like it? Thumbs down and move on. Or just move on. And it takes 2 whole cups of sugar, so this is not diabetes friendly. Make sure I have that right. All right, 2 cups of sugar. There's 1. Liz has an Oster brand mixer she got from a cousin and hasn't used it yet. Well, put that thing to use. Head over to Pinterest, find a recipe, and try it out. Yeah, I want to say mine was Sunbeam. I'm not 100% positive, but I think that was the, like, off-brand version, which I was happy to have it, because a stand mixer is a stand mixer, and it's a whole lot better than mixing by hand. No, CAA 1000, I hate that song. Now it's gonna be stuck in my head. One time it came on in the car, and Blake couldn't understand what it was saying, and for the life of me, I cannot remember what he thought it was, but I lost my mind laughing, and to this day cannot remember what he thought it said, but I hate that song. Marie Pepper says, I love the lives. It makes my day when I'm having a bad day. Well, good. You know, ours too. It really, like, energizes us, and you know, these days when you're still, a lot of us are still stuck at home, and you just get kind of mopey sitting at home. It gives us interaction to be able to hang out with you guys. All right, so we mix all those things, then we gotta mix our dry ingredients.
How's the fatigue mat holding up?
The fatigue mat is amazing. Thank you again, Sarah. This is awesome. I don't know if you guys have seen, if I've gone far enough away. It's too hot to wear my slippers today, so I'm just wearing my grumpy cat socks. I couldn't wear slippers. I had them on and was like, nope, this is not happening. All right, so this is going to be 2 cups of flour. As always, I mix my dry ingredients together before I add them to the wet ingredients to make sure they're fully incorporated. You don't want to get like a chunk of cinnamon in there that doesn't mix into everything else. If you mix them all while they're still dry, then it will mix up much better for you, much more evenly. I have enough flour. I have been tearing through ingredients. I've always baked regularly, but now I have like a standing date to bake something, and I have been going through all the damn ingredients so fast.
I have been noticing that, like, we have been buying a lot more packs of stuff.
A lot more.
A lot
But the
more.
good news is we've been shopping at Aldi, and I've been getting a
Yeah.
lot of the stuff at Aldi,
Aldi's-
and it's like
Aldi's
half
good.
the price. The one that sticks out to me the most is I've been getting the cocoa powder there, and it's literally half the price of the Hershey's brand, which is amazing. Chris. Every time. Yeah, the chunk of cinnamon will end up attracting shrimp tails. Absolutely. Yes, Brittany, I do agree with your comment. Foxy Cola says, gotta build my baking muscles when mixing by hand, but I wouldn't whip whipped cream by hand. Oh yeah, that would be bad. That would be really bad. Okay, so let me get my teaspoon out. All right, so we are going to do 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. CA 1000, seriously, who just liked this video? There's always one. It doesn't hurt my feelings. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. But the shrimp tails can swim upstream after you eat them. I just need to know if it's really shrimp. Like, I get it. He's a terrible human. That's fine. But was it really shrimp? I need DNA test results. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, I did post the story, the Twitter thread in the Getting Back to Crystal Facebook group. It's a ride. Okay, so flour, baking soda, and powder, salt, and cinnamon. Okay. Salt is 1 tablespoon, which is a ton of salt, but it balances out. Science, I don't know. I always go a little light on the salt though. That does seem like a lot. I'm doing less. I can't, a whole tablespoon? That's so much. And again, I can't find the original recipe to check, like, should that have been a teaspoon? I don't know. All right, so I'm just whisking this together again just to make sure that everything mixes in evenly. We put in the cinnamon so you can see once the cinnamon's mixed in there evenly and you don't have any chunks of brown. Everything else should be mixed in pretty well. All right, I'm just gonna whip this up because it has been sitting for a minute. Friedrich Fox says, where's Dan? Oh, Dan's in the corner. I need that to not blow over here for a minute. The fan, can you stop the oscillation? Dan has his own show. You can find him on Wednesday nights right here in this same darn kitchen, but this is my time to shine. I'm just adding it all in one go. We're gonna mix that in. Liz was craving Chipotle today after work and they were out of steak. Oh no! One time I drove into Arby's and they were out of meat and I thought that was freaking hilarious. Might should have gone with the paddle for this. I think we'll be good though. It's starting to pick up the liquid. Husky Tail says no SpaghettiOs today, Dan?
No.
No?
It's too hot. It's too hot. Like,
too hot for room temperature can of SpaghettiOs.
I'm really hungry and I'm like, maybe we'll get pizza after this, but it's like, I'm too hot for like dough and I don't know.
Theo's here and says, booyah, I got you on my hotel TV too. That is awesome. I need to adjust this again. It sounds like it's hitting the bottom. Foxy Koala says, tried putting bunny ears on a cheetah today. You are brave, friend.
How do you not
couldn't keep them on for a pic?
How do you not have a 24/7 cam going? Can we
I'm saying,
like, why are we not, what's going on?
If you guys don't already, go follow Foxy Koala on Instagram. She is a zookeeper. There are animals you do not know exist unless you had one of those wildlife treasuries. Who remembers the wildlife treasury from like, I don't know, I had it like in the 80s and 90s.
Oh my gosh, that green box.
The little green box. I went and bought one on eBay so Blake could have one. He was not as impressed with it as I was. That's where I first heard about a duck-billed platypus. That was my favorite animal growing up because it was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen in my wildlife treasury. I absolutely loved it. Who else had one of those? Yes, Brittany, it does kind of look like the middle wasn't mixing. I'm going to grab a rubber spatula because it is a little bit thick for the whisk. I'll just hit that up with the rubber spatula before I add in the carrots, which I will mix in by hand. No, nobody else had the...
Yeah, I just don't understand how you, like, hang out with all these animals and stuff, and you're not bragging about it, like, every day.
I'm saying...
I used to put an astronaut helmet on my head and run around the mall with an astronaut suit being like, I work at NASA, and you're not running around, like, with a cheetah at the mall?
Hannah says, okay, that's why mine looks different. Why? What happened?
I don't know, whatever you're talking about. I forgot. Sorry.
I don't know. Four eggs. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything before I move on. All right. Foxy Koala says, is that why you're a zookeeper? Because of your wildlife treasury? Yours wasn't mixing, I'm using a hand mixer. Yeah, it wasn't, it's still a little bit thick. I feel like it's not usually quite so thick, but yeah, we're going for it. Chris didn't have the wildlife treasury, but had the World Book Encyclopedia. It was the entire knowledge of the world on 3 large shelves in our house. We had 2 sets of encyclopedias, and one was from the 40s, and it was hilarious, like, how different the information was from the one that my mom got in the 80s versus the one her mom had.
Gosh, what was that joke? Reading Wikipedia. What? Wikipedia, OG.
This is OG Wikipedia was encyclopedias.
That's another. The joke is better.
Husky Tales 101 with the super chat. Story time. I bought a brand new barrel grill. It was missing most of the bolts, so I couldn't even use it to grill food today. Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
And you're craving grilled food? That sucks. All right, so here comes all my carrots.
I gotta Google what a barrel grill is.
I think it's like a barrel shape, like on its side, and you like open it. That's my guess, as somebody who does not grill. All right, so you just mix in your carrots. This is the part where you will figure out how moist carrots are, because your dough is, or your batter is kind of thick to begin with. These carrots will take it over and make it so liquidy.
Didn't your mom get a box that had no bolts in it?
Yeah, my mom, there's like an auction place out here. My mom was so excited because she got one of those like side table looking things that you hold your litter box in. She was so excited. She got it for like, I want to say like $20. Those things are usually pretty darn expensive. And it's pretty nice. I went over there to put it together for her and there was not a single piece of hardware in it. Not a screw or a bolt or a dowel or anything, and she had to take the booklet and go to Lowe's, and that's actually my task on Sunday when we go over for Easter is to put that together. All right, so this is what I was remembering. After you add the carrots,
I wonder how good it is.
you can't just put your dirty finger in it.
I wasn't gonna.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, it's already carrot cake.
Is it already carrot cake?
Yeah, that's probably the best of the batter I've had. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's already carrot cake.
Oh, Husky tells his neighbors are all grilling food and it smells so good. No, because I need it to make the frosting. Thank
yeah,
you.
the taco truck's in full effect and this window's open. Oh, is it open?
Yes.
No, it's not.
No, I had to close it because it was too noisy. Okay, so you can see this is a pretty liquidy cake batter at this point. It was a little bit thick, but adding those carrots really helped. Sky Dreamer is here. Hello, friend. Sorry for your loss, Crystal, meaning the cat. Thank you so much. I do appreciate. I mentioned it earlier. Thank you to everybody for all your support and all your well wishes and love and everything. It really means a lot to us. All right, I think this is mixed pretty darn well. Hannah, do we look similar now? Is this about what you're working with? It is super orange and there's so much carrot in here, but I promise you once you cook it, the carrot bits will go away. I need to prep my pan. I'm gonna need that to go away again because I need to work with flour. So you can use whatever method that you like to use to grease your pan. It actually, in the recipe when I wrote it down, says to grease it with shortening and flour. I don't particularly like to use shortening, personal preference. I just use butter. So I do butter and flour for pretty much everything, although somebody did give the awesome tip that I have not tried yet, that when you're making a chocolate cake, instead of flour, use cocoa powder so you don't have flour discoloring and disflavoring your mix. Amanda is catching up. She's just a bit behind. If you get too far behind and need some help, you can always go check. I did post the photo of the actual full recipe from my cookbook on the Facebook page. I forgot Amanda was baking along too. I wasn't expecting her to be here. I'm all thrown off. Everything is better with butter. Yes, it is. What am I looking at?
Amanda was already
ready to get started. Awesome.
If am I allowed to show that? I guess so.
Yeah, it's for the group. I don't know if there's anybody here that's not in our group.
Amanda, I need to know why.
Your kitchen is amazing, by the way.
I need to know why that football, like, what's the story behind the football
Super Bowl
balloon? Because
wasn't that just like a month and a half ago?
I still have my balloon from
Valentine's Day,
but it was on the ground. It finally was dying.
Yes, I did preheat the oven. It is ready to go. Thank you. I appreciate all of you guys.
Oh, and
I'm envious that Larry's making cinnamon rolls. I really want to do homemade cinnamon rolls, but I'm restricted by the time constraints. I did look into doing it on the show, but I don't want to make like knockoff bootleg version. I want to make real ones, and I don't think the rise time is compatible with the show time.
Jennifer Anderson got her getting a Quetzal shirt.
Oh, awesome. Twinsies.
Yes.
If you guys like my shirt, you can get them on redbubble.com. You can get it not only as a shirt, you can get it t-shirt, tank top, sweatshirt. Someone got a coffee mug. I remember seeing that earlier. Someone got the coffee mug. I don't think I saw the name because we were still moving things around on the screen. stickers. Hannah got magnets. You can get all kinds of stuff. Just search Getting Baked with Crystal on Redbubble or go to gettingbakedwithcrystal.com for links to all the things that we do. Sam's Life with the Husky says, make a batch beforehand and a batch during the show. Stunt cinnamon rolls, but then who will eat them all?
We always talk about that. I will say we had the Danishes last week.
Yeah.
Those were amazing.
Oh, I already had Dan stop at the store
gosh.
and grab more crescent rolls so we can make more for this weekend.
Those were awesome.
I might make those tonight, if not tomorrow.
I don't know. The house is completely wiped out.
Oh, the house is an absolute disaster, which might be enough to
360
keep me in the kitchen for the rest of the night.
Degrees. Only this corner that you guys can see is what's there.
Yeah, we
bolts
had to
and
move
nuts
stuff
and
around and put
boxes
together a
and
desk.
2
and-
desks here now. And I got my old desk, and it is out of control, and yeah.
So don't look at my house. It's a mess. Alright, so buttered and floured. This is spot.
Did she preheat the oven? Did you preheat the oven?
I did preheat the oven. I did address that comment as well, but thank
Oh,
you.
I'm sorry. Which is still just done.
I missed a corner here, so I'm just going to add a little more flour and hit up those corners.
I'm gonna start sending pictures of Mooch sleeping to people.
Just to random people.
Yeah, let me know if you get a picture of Mooch sleeping.
Alright, then you just dump the whole darn thing in there. Just random thought that popped into my head. We were talking about using the metal versus glass. I think I remember that the glass holds the heat in better. Adrian said the metal heats up faster. I think the glass holds the heat more, so it continues to cook more after you take it out of the oven. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was the logic and reasoning. We don't want to burn our cake. Crystal is surprised that Mooch didn't wake up for the carrots. Yeah, I don't know what he didn't even, before he climbed into the bed, I was already peeling the carrots, and he didn't even try. He must just be tired. Marie says, I'm thinking about baking the cake for my mama for Mother's Day. You totally should. Homemade things are always the best. I'm always making my mom stuff. Just like here, every week when we make whatever we make, unless it's a carrot cake that she doesn't like, or chocolate cake. My mom doesn't like chocolate cake either. I always bring her stuff. I brought her some of the Cadbury Crunchy bars that we made last week. She'd never had one before, and was it Linda who sent us all the miscellaneous candy that we ate on the live stream with Jess? And we had little baby crunchy bars. My mom came over and I'm like, here, try this. She loved it. And so then I brought her a container of crunchy bars, and she did that thing where she like started eating it, her eyes like rolled back in her head. She absolutely loved those. Okay, so this is gonna bake at 350 for 40 to 55 minutes. I haven't made this in a while, so I'm just gonna start with 40 and we'll see what happens. I'm sure it will not be done at 40. And we need to make our frosting. I'm going to start that now because I do want to put it in the fridge just a little bit to kind of set before I put it on the cake.
Congratulations, we've hit the peak of heat. I see it's starting to
Is it cooling down now?
Finally, at least 1 degree.
It went down 1 degree?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I felt a wisp of hope. All right.
All summer long, that's what we do. We just watch
Yes,
the
but
thermostat and like, is it going up or is it going down?
But this happened at 7:15. It usually happens at like 9:30.
Yes. Well, you know, it is only spring, not summer. So.
Do you remember last year when we were Popular Sickness stuck inside that we were doing like 3 a.m.s to like noon sleep?
Yes.
And then we'd be up from like 1 in the afternoon. We'd die till like 7, 8 o'clock at night. And we'd come alive till like 3 in the morning.
Yep. Yeah, I know this whole Popular Sickness stuff has been rough, but it was kind of nice to just like sit at home and make my own schedule. I am not a morning person. I function from about like noon to 3 or 4 in the morning. Those are my peak times to be alive. So functioning in a real world does not work very well with my body, and I struggle constantly with it. Chris says, I finished the Danishes yesterday, but I'm still working on the crunchy bars. Oh, our Danishes were gone by Sunday night. Like, I ate the last one, and Dan's like, I thought you were taking that to work for breakfast. Nope, didn't even make it. So they were actually buy 4, save $1 on each on the crescent rolls. So I had Dan get 4 more because poor Blake was like, you always make the good stuff when I'm not here. So we'll do another batch of those this weekend. Whew, yeah, it's getting warm. Can I have the fan back over this way? Mooch is a professional napper. Nope, I lost the mouse.
Good to go? You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Mooch the only cat that likes carrots, or does Rizzo, Kitty, Kumiko, or Mouse like them too? I don't know about Topo. None of the other cats are down for carrots.
Out.
He's out too.
He's out with his neck back.
He kind of eats everything, so I'm sure he would not be opposed. But Mooch goes nuts. Apparently that's a thing. I've looked it up. Apparently it's a thing that some cats go nuts for carrots. It's just a thing that they do. Oh my god. So I took my butter out. I made sure, usually prior to today, I would tell Dan, take it out at like 4 o'clock so it has enough time. I didn't take it out until I got home at 5, and my butter is almost liquid, and my cream cheese is pretty darn soft, so. Crystal says, thanks, Mooch, picture of him sleeping is cute, thanks, Dan.
My cream cheese is soft too. It's yes, I just started shooting off pictures to people that I'm Facebook friends with.
Foxy Koala says, those Danishes were delicious, but I forgot to butter them before I put the brown sugar on it and rolled them. Oh no! How did that turn out? Were they still, I mean, you said they were good. I had never made them like that. It was really good. The butter and brown sugar together made this little bit of crunch where it leaked out, and just really good flavor on the inside. I was really happy with that. I'm gonna amend my handwritten recipe to include that step. All right, so we're gonna do a 1/2 cup of butter, which is a whole stick. Thank God, because I don't think I can cut this. I thought it was a 1/4 cup, but yeah, I think this might be a little too liquidy to cut. And a whole 8-ounce package of cream cheese. We're definitely going to use the paddle for this. Hannah feels left out because she didn't get the picture of Mooch.
I sent it to you. I sent it to you, unless there's another Hannah.
There might be some other random Hannah being like, what the hell is this? Crystal says Mooch's name is perfect for him because he loves eating lots of food.
You know, I'm with those skid marks that you hear. I'm certain that one of these days we're gonna catch
an accident while we're streaming. Oh, absolutely. Sarah says you didn't send it to her either. Man, now you're making people feel left out. What are you doing? I don't know what you're charading to me over there.
I sent it to you, Hannah, on. I got receipts. I sent it to you, Hannah, on
Dawn
Instagram,
says,
or on Facebook. I mean.
Dawn says 12 to 3 a.m. is her preferred schedule as well. See, my people. Y'all know. Yeah, Crystal, when, you know, you get a pet and then sometimes you have a name picked out. Kumiko, we like knew that was her name no matter what. That's what she was going to be named. But sometimes you just kind of have to feel it out and see, like, what's this cat feel like? And Mooch ate everything from day one. As a tiny little kitten, he was just scavenging anything he could put in his mouth. I had a friend growing up. My best friend Terry actually had a cat named Mooch when we were kids, and I thought that was the greatest name ever. Like, oh, it's a little Mooch. And so it was always in the back of my head, and the minute he started just eating everything, I'm like, that's my Mooch. All right, I should probably move over here so you guys can see what's going on. My cream cheese is really soft already, so we're doing good. We're gonna have really good frosting this time because everything is soft. Cyber Husky says she sent a Venmo. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate that. Oh, is that what you were charading over there?
Yeah.
I never know what you're doing.
I mean, I was trying to do it without my hands, but.
In memory of Mr. Tails. Aw, thank you so much. Again, I really, really do appreciate all your guys' love and support. It's never easy to lose a pet, and having so many other people who love him as much as we do just kind of makes us feel like we're not alone being sad about it.
Yeah, that was the first animal that kind of made me hit. Like Mr. Tails was always my buddy. He'd be down for everything.
You were very emotional yesterday.
Pretty
Not that I wasn't, but
right.
You definitely were a lot. Like that was your boy.
He had a good run. Like he was completely maxed out on all stats. Like he did all the greatest things. He always laid on the porch and lived his best life. He was always happy. He was always fed. He was always doing whatever he wanted to do. It's like, well, you can't ask for anything more than that.
Right. And he just showed up here one day. I think he's the one that the kid came to the door with the cat in his arms, or some girls came. We had 2 different cats show up that way. Somebody came to the door and was like, is this your cat? And we're like, nope, but we'll take it, because children should not have cats. And, you do the whole thing where you try to figure out whose cat it is.
Back when he picked it. Like, when we handed him over to us, he was already on his back.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. He just fit right in. And I remember Jason stayed the night here real early on and when we had him, and at the time there was no screen on Blake's bedroom window, and Jason was sleeping in there, and it was hot. It was in the summertime, so he opened the bedroom window, and he got up in the morning, he's like, dude, your cat jumped out the window at some point in the night, but then he came back in. So that's when we were like, oh, I guess he could be an outside cat if he knows where the food is, he'll come back.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
That's the last, well, we have Kamiko, but that's the last of the outside cats.
Yes.
That's, you either live in or you live out.
Yeah, I'm done with having the cats that go outside. It's too scary.
It's too stressful. Even though they were awesome.
They've always just kind of hung around here. Although I will say, last night, I went outside and Kamiko was out there. We've got a couple cats that hang out on the porch and stuff here and there. We feed them here and there. And one of them was sitting out there, and Kamiko was on the steps. He was in the middle of the porch, and I walked out the front door, and he did that thing of like, oh, what's the bigger threat? I don't know. And he decided I was the bigger threat, so he went running past Kamiko. She turned around and booked it past him, like, get off my porch, and she chased him away, far, far away. And then she came back all proud of herself, meowing at the door, like, I got him, I made him go away. Alright, so we're gonna do, I believe it's 4 cups. I think I'm gonna add my vanilla to this part while it's still pretty liquidy. We're gonna go a teaspoon of vanilla. PJ says, haha, if you love something, set it free. If it comes back, it's hungry. Pretty much. Absolutely. The cats know where the food is. I would be scared to let, like, Topo outside, though. He's kind of dopo.
He's not. He's too fixated, and he doesn't...
Yeah, we had a bug in the house the other night. He went nuts for it and has no, like, spatial awareness when he focuses on something.
That, and I think he needs glasses.
Dan is convinced he needs glasses. Me again, because I have to dump a bunch of powdered sugar in there.
Hold on. We're back. If it's... refresh if it got weird, because it lagged for me for a second.
Yep, Chris says we're back.
Yeah, if it goes away, just wait a second to refresh. It lagged for me here, too. It's just, yeah, our internet, not our internet at our house, but like
the internet,
SoCal,
the collective
like,
internet.
Yeah, it's been a bad month for the internet.
Yeah. Brittany says, my cats are indoor unless they have their leash or in their stroller. I get too much anxiety for indoor-outdoor. Yeah, Tails and Kamiko were the only ones that we would let in and out because they stay around the yard and they watch for cars and they're careful and they know what they're doing. I don't think any of the other ones are careful enough to be able to do that, so no. Mooch goes out with his vest and his leash. None of the other ones are allowed to go outside. They're too skittish that I'm too scared they're just going to run away.
And we live on a busy road.
And we live right off of a busy road, absolutely. Crystal says, they say cats pick their homes and he picked you. Yeah, he really lucked out. Don says, I keep thinking how happy he was eating the dried fish from Husky Tails. Yeah, those made his night. He was so happy about that. Oh, buffering, refreshing, yeah. Unfortunately, when you have to refresh, I think you have to watch more ads. Sorry.
Yeah,
Crystal says, my cat got out once, scared me, thought he was gone, but came back and my dog brought him. Oh, Mooch got out. I told the story before about how Mooch got out for 3 days once. I could not find him. I was so sad. I was like crying. I was out there every night trying to find him. He just, he'll sneak past you. Sometimes it happens. And he went on his little adventure and he came back 3 days later with bloody little toe beans and has not been allowed out on his own since. I don't even think I let him out on his own that time. I think he just snuck out. Because he used to be able to. I have pictures of him like sitting in the grass, hanging out, not on a leash.
Yeah,
not anymore.
He used to go outside. He'd get himself stuck under the house, or he'd climb the ducks. He climbed into the ducks once.
There's a video on Instagram. One time we were sitting in the house, like, I hear a cat. What's going on? We hear a cat. And we went out and took off, like, our house is raised up, so we took off one of the panels and looked under, and Mooch was under the house. He got out, and none of us realized it, and instead of going off and being free, he went right back under the house, and then sat there and cried until we came and rescued him. I think that was a couple years ago. But it is on the Instagram. Alright, I'm just going to scrape the powdered sugar. That was 1. Don't let me lose count. That was 1 cup of powdered sugar. This is good. The cream cheese was really soft and it was perfect, so it's not going to get chunky at all in here. Sometimes if your cream cheese is not soft enough and you try to make a cream cheese frosting, you're going to get chunks of cream cheese in there. Occasionally I'll microwave it, which is what I did last week when I opened my cream cheese and it was moldy, even though it wasn't even old. But letting it get to room temperature, especially when it's warm, works really well, is the ideal thing to avoid the chunks in there. So that's 2. Yes, Sharon. 1. And Larry. Y'all know. 2. Sometimes I be forgetting. This cream cheese frosting is absolutely perfect. I love this ratio and everything. It's so perfect for this cake. I don't know, like, does anybody ever have carrot cake with a different, that's not a cream cheese? Like, I think cream cheese is pretty much the only frosting that anybody ever uses on a carrot cake. Let me know if you guys have ever had it with something different on it and what you thought of that.
I never thought that hard about it.
Well, neither did I, but it just popped into my head, like, huh, is there another option? Yes, Sharon, I did say to remind you, I do appreciate that. It is very helpful.
That was like one.
Brittany says, can I eat some frosting, please? If you were here, friend, I would give you a whole spoonful. Carrot cake with white chocolate frosting, I bet that's good.
See, that wasn't me. That was like in the bathroom blowing his nose. He gets really bad allergies. Like, he has to use the machine. What's it called?
The nebulizer?
Yeah, so he's in there blowing his nose. He did it during the podcast, too. I don't think I can turn it down fast enough.
To me, it's like a comical, like, Sesame Street honk.
He's far away, too. But I was like, oh, no.
Cyber Husky says, I think I had a piece with cinnamon cream cheese frosting one time. Okay, that's good. We're still in the same realm, though. I'm not sure what white chocolate would be like, but yeah, I bet, because there's cinnamon in the carrot cake, so I'm sure a cinnamon cream cheese would complement it well. It wasn't even a sneeze, Brittany, he was just blowing his nose.
But yes.
But thank you. Alright.
Don't think, that wasn't for you. That was for Blake.
Well, Blake's not here to thank anybody. Thank you for your concern for our child.
Your cream frosting stuff looks really, like, it looks really good and even right now.
Yes. Yeah, because that cream cheese was perfectly softened. This is the best.
And you took your cream cheese out a different time this time.
I took it out at 5.
You started taking it out later.
Because it's so hot in here, and I knew that was going to affect it, so I'm glad I didn't take it out any earlier, or it might have gone moldy like last week's did. Although I don't know what caused last week's to go moldy. Husky Tails just ate the world's finest chocolate bar, and my life feels complete now. I need to know more?
Also, yeah, we need to know what the world's finest chocolate bar is.
Yeah, hi. Kind of addicted to candy here. Can I have some more information? Crystal says, my one cat jumped out the window for 3 days in the snow. I was glad he came back home on his own, meowing to come in. Yeah, they come back to the door screaming like, why'd you lock me out? Like you did them wrong when they were the ones who left. Frickin' cats, am I right? Brittany says, allergies with asthma is no fun. I would know, and I ran out of my steroid for a few days. That's the worst. Poor Blake, like, we had to rush into the hospital in the middle of the night one time. When he was really little, if you guys have asthma, you know, like, untreated, coughing tends to be a symptom because you're, like, trying to get air and you can't. And, like, when he was little, we just thought, like, dang, this kid's always got a cough. Like, he's always a little bit sick. And, you know, he went to the doctor and stuff, but there was really no reason to think he had asthma. And he was sleeping one night and, like, this part, like when he was breathing in, was like gasping in. You could see it like sinking in, and we were like, oh crap. And we woke him up at like 1 or 2 in the morning and rushed him to the hospital, and that's when we found out he has seasonal allergies that's asthma. So that's fun. It's around this time of year, he just can't breathe anymore. Husky Tail says fundraiser chocolate bars.
You know, like,
literally says the world's finest chocolate.
Right. Do you remember how big like the fundraiser chocolate bars used to be and how they just shrunk over the years?
Yes, absolutely. Those show up every once in a while. My mom's like, oh, I got you some of these. Blake sold them one year for baseball, I think. Or Boy Scouts. Yes. Yeah, he sold them for his baseball team or Boy Scouts, and yeah, we definitely got down on those. All right, this frosting looks perfect. That tastes perfect as well. Hopefully you guys can see. It's got a good consistency. If you got little chunks in it, not the end of the world. It will still be okay.
As long as it's not metal chunks.
As long as it's not metal chunks from your machine. Just know that means that next time you need to just soften your cream cheese a little bit longer. It kind of depends on what your temperature is like and everything, how long you have to soften it. There's no set number. It depends on the environment. All right, I am going to throw this in a bowl and stick it in the fridge to kind of firm it up. Because everything is so soft, it's pretty much a liquid, which is not too much of a problem for the fact that I'm going to put it on a 13 by 9 pan. Spatula out for this. Cyber Husky has cold-induced asthma and chooses to continue living in Michigan. Aw. Oh, someone spotted Rizzo. Yes, yes. There, oh, she's already off camera. She's out of here. I don't know what she was doing. Don says, sorry, can't chat. My puppy is demanding we play now. You can't argue with that. Hello, my life's wicked adventure. Thank you for joining. Husky Tails has a strong urge to pet Rizzo's fur. She looks so soft. She is so soft. You are absolutely correct.
She is floofy dog soft. Yeah.
You want to try this? I know you do. I already took that bit. Try the inside.
That's really good. It tastes like those Oreos.
Which Oreos?
The Oreos that were carrot cake.
Oh yeah, my carrot cake frosting tastes like the carrot cake Oreos.
Yeah, you nailed it. Way to make carrot cake Oreo.
Thanks. Dan, everybody. Made an appearance.
Dan's loving his new desk.
Yeah, you just over there like
I wanted a stand-up desk.
rubbing all over it.
I wanted a stand-up desk all my life.
You have. We had a drafting table desk.
But this is like the one that I've always wanted this.
You're living the dream now?
I'm so happy right now. I'm so comfortable.
That's good. That's all we want. For Dan to be comfortable.
You know,
Crystal says, did you try the cat scanner ad to see if it says what breed it is? For the cats, are we talking like an you said ad, did that mean app? Is there an app like you take a picture and scan it? I don't know how accurate that is. I want to do a DNA test, but those are not cheap, and we have a lot of cats. And to be honest, like if you look at our cats, most of them look pretty similar. Not Kamiko because she came from elsewhere, but like
congratulations, it's from outside.
it's a mutt.
It's from outside.
She definitely has some like almost like Maine Coon looking. She's got those little like tufts of fur on the ends of her ears and stuff. But yeah, the cats around here are all just mutts. Like we live in an area where there's
Lancaster.
It's warm. There's lots of strays outside. Like they do well outside, so we have a lot of them. They breed like kittens, and they just keep having more and more babies. So they're all like Mooch, Tails, Kitty, all kind of had the same face. I wouldn't be surprised if they're all related. Holyfield, who showed up outside, and the new one outside, Tyson, has the same face. Like, you can definitely tell these cats come from somewhere. Rizzo does look different than all of the other cats.
That's because she came from across the street where the real house is on.
She did. Crystal says, it's fun. I did the scanner app. It was funny how they guess what it is, and it's free. I will have to check that out. Yes, Brittany. Dan has a new toy, so less camera time for this show. Yeah, he's off in his own world, just stroking his desk in excitement and happiness.
There is no what? There is no.
You are. You're just like
desk.
You did when I came home. You were like, I just love this part right here.
I did do that.
Yep. See, you did stroke your desk. Husky Tails finally bought those carrot cake Oreos, and they actually did a good job with the flavor of those. Yeah, they nailed it. That to me, that is the best, like replica flavor in a cookie that I've ever had. That they nailed that carrot cake flavor for sure. Anyone trying to help? Just gonna watch me struggle?
Yeah, I've been kicked out of the kitchen from trying to help the less.
Thanks.
How's it going for everything at home?
Yeah, if you guys are making it at home, where are we at with things? I've got 19 more minutes in the oven. I'm gonna throw a lid on this and struggle to find room in the fridge for it. I probably should have put it in a smaller bowl.
Something happened to our fridge, and it's just
Is it because the cake's in there?
Most of the problem is because there's still like most of a cake in there that we need to eat.
Oh, I don't even have it so you can see the. You can't even see the.
Halo the Husky with the super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support.
Thank
Foxy
you.
Koala says her cake is done and cooling. Awesome. Larry says the donut Oreos are on sale where we're at. I highly recommend you get those. Those are good.
Yeah, Crystal ate all of them but 2.
You
Two
shut your mouth.
All right, fine. I'm sorry. I exaggerated. 3. I ate 3.
Shut it.
You can't see Crystal because the camera doesn't stretch. I don't think the camera doesn't stretch over there, but she's humming Tetris music while she's trying to put stuff in.
I can't rearrange the fridge and not hum the Tetris music. I need to get some of the refrigeratables put away because it is really warm in here. What's our thermostat say?
It says it's 86 in here still. What's up, Blake? What are we doing for food? I think we're eating carrots.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there will be carrot cake soon. You're welcome to eat. I don't know. I didn't plan dinner. I've only thought about carrot cake.
I tried to order pizza, but it's too hot. Grocery pizza.
Hannah says 15 minutes, but I did mine a little less since it's 2 round pans. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't have it written down like how to adjust it, but yeah, just check it. If you got a toothpick or a knife, stick it in it to see when it comes out clean, then your cake should be done. Or the trick that I like to use, push your finger down a little bit in the middle. If it springs back up to exactly where it was pretty quickly, then it's done. Noelle is here. Oh no, I'm late because my family and friends came over to start our Easter holiday party for birthdays. Yeah, sometimes real life gets in the way of hanging out with your friends.
There's hot things like bratwurst sauce.
Brittany's proud of you for blowing your nose because they could hear you honking on camera. Holy, you need a haircut.
No, I don't.
Terry's coming tomorrow. I'm making her cut your hair.
We have chicken.
Yes, Don, Oreo finally made gluten-free Oreos. If you have an Aldi near you, check out Aldi because I know they had, at least here, they had a huge stash of it. Yes, Brittany, make sure it's not a chicken toothpick.
Well, I was in like ramen.
Hannah's ready for them to be done so she can have her whiskey. Oh, friend, you're good. You can start drinking. I was actually thinking about making a drink now because the hard part's over. If you've made your frosting and your cake's in the oven, it's not that hard to frost it. Oh, if you're doing a layer cake, that's a little trickier. You may want to hold off on the drinking.
Yeah. Well, are we at like a hangout spot for a little bit?
For a minute.
Okay, so Blake can warm up some ramen water on the stove.
Can I use this?
Yes, you can make your ramen.
We can ask Blake questions.
I don't have answers though.
Amanda is cleaning up, has 8 minutes left on 9-inch round pans. Frosting is also done. Awesome.
Adrian ordered a sticker pack.
Awesome. Thank you, Adrian, for ordering a sticker pack. If you guys haven't gotten them already, we do have a handful of them left. The sticker set, there you go. No, damn it. I was convinced I had the right direction. I should have done some sort of test like this thing. Right over here. Hey, Blake, you want to help me sell it?
Get it.
Get it. Thanks. You get a Eggman Dan head.
Hey, that's my head.
Not a Blake head. Eggman Dan head. Hashtag RFSfam, because you guys are all part of the RFSfam. Right in the middle there, you got the Let's Bake Shit glittery sticker. It's not glittery on the shirt. It's only glittery on the stickers in this sticker set. If you go buy this same design from Redbubble, which is an option, it's not glittery and fancy like this. This is the only way you can get that glittery one. It's got the Getting Baked with Crystal sticker, which, again, the only place you can get it transparent. So if you want to stick it on a colored background, that colored background will show through. It's the only place you can get it transparent. And an Eggman Dan head magnet for your refrigerator so all your friends can see it. $12 shipped anywhere in the world. I don't care where you are. We will send it to you for only $12. You guys can get that at rfsfam.com. The name of the website where you can find it is right here. There's a handful left, so get them before they are sold out. One time only, that's it. I don't think we're ever going to order this particular combination again and sell them for $12. So if you've been holding out and thinking about it, now is the time. Get it now. But wait, there's more. No, there's not really more.
Okay, I have a question.
What do you need?
So these are both dirty, but in cups. So can I just take a bunch of these and fill?
Oh, I'll just wash this for you real quick. How much water do
Blake
you need?
looks like Haley Joel Osment in 2020.
Who?
How much water do you need?
I need 2 cups.
Okay, so the little one's good.
Yeah.
Hannah with the super chat says, "Don't worry, Crystal. There are some sweets in the package for you." Awesome. Y'all know me.
But why can't I just put 4 of these in?
Because those aren't for liquid, and it's gonna you're gonna have to
Blake
try
gonna
to
cut his hair
balance
like
it.
a mohawk to match
No.
Dan. No.
No,
He's going for more Teen Wolf look.
Blake has no desire to color his hair, have a funky haircut, get a piercing or a tattoo. Like as much as we express ourselves in the ways that Dan and I look with piercings and things. I think the rebellion to that is square. You just comb your hair on the side over, well,
So much more simple.
or you just let everything grow and stop cutting and shaving anything. Your hair is so long.
We want to know, Blake, what's for dinner tonight?
Ramen?
Is it frozen burgers or frozen chicken?
Fend for yourself night. So Blake, in all of his infinite cooking skills,
Ramen,
is making
and
ramen.
then
It's not chicken burger
crispy
matrix,
chicken strips.
but not matrix burgers.
Maybe
No,
burgers.
you're not allowed to have those.
Why not?
And Brittany says, use that stimulus check to get some stickers. Indulge the inner child. Get some
No,
stickers.
it's called Stimmies.
Yeah, oh yeah, the new name is Stimmies. Get your Stimmy.
And apparently that's a thing.
Oh, party's at Chris's house now. Lacey Jane wants to know what my favorite color is and wants to send something to me. Oh, awesome. That is so nice of you. You know, my favorite color has always been red, but lately I've been really into this, like, deep teal. Like, not too green, not too blue, just kind of a darkish teal.
Like the plates.
Like the...
Remember when the silent color
outlet
made you
plates.
vomit?
Like the outlet plates. Like you've been into those things.
Yeah, but that's not a color, though. That's Talavera. Like, the Mexican Talavera pattern, but that's not a color. That's a pattern. But yeah, red or teal would be ideal.
We wanna see getting cooked with Blake. Let's
Getting cooked with
yes,
Blake.
as he lights the pilot.
Oh, my last weekend adventure says, are my comments not showing up again? I don't know, because dude, there's a lot of you here and a lot of you interacting, so it's hard. Everything moves so fast. Last one I see is you must find the gluten-free Oreos and wondering if Walmart has them. Hey, stop moving the mouse when I'm using it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You have two mouse setup?
Yeah. And it's not working well for me.
It's worked like completely perfect except for one time. Like it's,
No, except for when I want to do something.
it's an insane success.
Marie's still waiting on her stimmy. Me too. After the other ones were all direct deposited, but after I did my taxes this year, I had to pay. So now I'm waiting for it to come in the mail, and that kind of sucks. I'm waiting forever. Oh, Sarah hasn't gotten a stimmy since the first one. Oh.
I haven't gotten any.
Amanda just checked her cakes, and they're still gooey in the middle. Keep them in there. Foxy Koala has a shrimp and a salad she can send you for dinner.
Crystal, how did you let this
Yeah,
happen?
is it?
I just finished the other guy.
I don't know. I had nothing to do with that. I don't eat those. So you guys somehow managed. Not only that, there's a whole fresh bag because Dad, when we went to the store, was like, "Oh, we need to get chicken strips." And so I grabbed a bag and we threw them in there. But when I threw them in there, I found 2 open bags. I don't know. You know that's the bane of my existence.
I blame Dad. I almost threw this bag away.
Larry says my favorite color is vodka. Uncle Yukon already spent his stimmy on a new camera and fishing stuff. That's awesome. Dan spent his on a desk. Melissa used hers on a fishing kayak and paying off debt. That is awesome.
What's gonna be funny is when,
Adrian is so stoked for stickers. What's gonna be funny?
when he forgets to lock the wheels and he goes to lean on it and it just
It
slips out
slides
underneath
across.
him.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny until he falls out the window.
I'll laugh.
Drea Kitty Husky with the super chat with the Kumiko. Thank you so much for the support,
Hi,
friend.
Drea.
Appreciate it.
Bristol was crazy under.
What?
So Bristol was crazy under us.
Oh. Talking about stuff I don't know nothing about. Chris found a real recipe for cinnamon shrimp crunch. Yes, you have to make that. Picture it didn't happen, please. Lacey Jane says those are my colors too. I have a 50s style kitchen. I've been migrating into that. So when I first became a grown up and had to decorate my own house, I still had tons of leftover dollar store decorations and stuff. So it was all red, black, and leopard print. My whole house. I had leopard print everything. I still have a lot of leopard print in here. I guess it's actually cheetah print. I've just always called it leopard print, so that's what it is. But it's like animal cheetah print stuff.
What's the difference?
Oh, My Life's Wicked Adventure says, my PayPal name is different than my YouTube name. I want to make sure I get my magnet saved for me. We do have one. I think you asked the first week. We did set one aside. Don't worry. Yeah, so as time went on, I kind of got bored with the red and black and leopard print and was like, I need a change. And my change was to buy the most colorful rug I could find for the living room and pull all the colors from that, which is teals and yellows and reds, but then I'm like, it's 2 primary colors. But yeah, I'm just trying to get as much color as I can in here, and I really dig the mid-century 50s 60s kind of vibe on stuff. I would love to have that old refrigerator that's all rounded on the top and has the stick. We totally had one of those on our back porch growing up, but function over form for me with kitchen things. So I have been looking These curtains that I have hanging up here, I did make these to match. I bought the fabric to match everything. I've been looking at like the retro, mid-century, modern kind of fabric because I want to make some new curtains in some like teal and red. Michael something, I can't remember his name, has really, really good fabric that I've been looking at. So yeah, I'm with you, friend. We have similar tastes. Drea says, hey, sorry, hey, you're moving when I'm moving. Sorry, guys, it's been a while. I applied for college for photography, and life has been chaotic. Well, congratulations, and I hope that goes well. Adrian's using his stimmy for the wedding. That's awesome. Hannah got a rolling toolbox and a new couch. Awesome. Liz used it for car repairs and rent. Foxy Koalas is for school. Crystal wants to know what my drink is tonight. So far, just water, because it's been so hot, I just need water. I'm debating. I kind of want to have a little bit of a drink, but the problem is if I drink, I'm going to be unproductive after the show. We've talked about this. My house is a disaster right now.
It's too hot.
And it's too hot.
You're going to get a headache.
I will get a headache and I will get exhausted. So I'm like debating, like, maybe I should wait. I don't think I'm going to have a drink. Melissa and her son pulled their stimmies and tax returns and is going to Hawaii in September. That's awesome. I've never been to Hawaii. That's really great.
I'm trying to convince Nana to take me with her to Hawaii to a wedding, but she said no.
No? What else is happening here? Yes, My Life's Wicked Adventure, that's a good idea. When you buy your stickers, put your channel name in the notes for PayPal. Yes.
I was like, you can just put me in your carry-on.
Sharon's getting tired and going to bed. Well, thanks for hanging out, friend, and thanks for helping me count along so I didn't miss any scoops.
It's cheap to go to Hawaii right now. Get a ticket and go.
Sam's Life with a Husky with the super chat says, hi, Dan and Crystal. Thank you for the support. Appreciate it. And hello.
Hi.
So hard to pay attention to the chat and watch when Ghost just wants to play and Kiki keeps touching my arm for pets. Silly animals. Aw. You can't ignore them. Come on.
Thank you for the
Also,
support.
Kiki is my auntie nickname for the children who can't say Crystal. Hannah says, 3 minutes till I check the cakes. People are coming to Adrian's warehouse and buying full room sets lately. 3,000 to 5,000 each ticket. Yeah, people are just going for it. Leslie wants to know if you're looking for Pikachu.
No. I'm just bored waiting for the water to boil.
Just watching things on your phone.
No, I'm watching my
Blake
show.
always has a show on his phone and a headphone, and he has a tablet, he has a laptop, we have a TV in here he's always welcome to use. This child just watches everything on his phone, all
Yeah,
tiny.
but because then you
I
guys...
feel like you grew again. Can you come
But-
stand by me again?
But if I like watch it on TV, I feel like I'm imposing because then you can't watch something.
I feel like you grew again.
Are you guys both barefooted?
Dad's barefoot?
Yeah.
What is this?
It's about the same.
Maybe your head's just big.
His hair grew.
Oh, I have a fatigue. My desk came with a fatigue mat. It's nothing like Sarah's fatigue mat. It's more like a not so tired mat.
Not so tired. Mine's anti-fatigue. Yours is like, I took a little cat nap.
It won't last, but for right now, it feels like I'm wearing my shoes, so I can wear it when I stand on my desk.
Awesome. So you won't wear your outside shoes in the house all the time?
Only when I'm standing on my
Nice.
desk.
Why don't you get slippers?
But when this wears out, I'll definitely get one of those.
There's carrots on the mouse.
That happens. That's why it's your mouse.
Oh, you moved my mouse over here? Thanks. Oh, now I scrolled up. Justin with the super chat, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Carrot
Justin.
cake, yum! Sorry to hear about Mr. Tails. I still miss my cat Moon to this day. Yeah, like, you never just like, oh, okay, they're gone. I get it.
Mr. Tail sticker in there.
You have what?
You can have a good mouse.
Chris, I am with you. He says, I don't even wear my outside pants in the house. Yes. Aside from coming home and doing a show, what's the first thing I do when I get home?
Stop clothes shaming me.
No, you barely put on outside clothes to leave the house. Dan just has inside clothes and outside shoes on all the time. First thing I do is take off my outside pants and put on pajamas as soon as I'm home. One of my friends called it her happy pants. Like, oh man, it's getting to happy pants time, and I'm like, that's perfect. Yeah, it's happy pants because now I'm happy. Nothing's squeezing or pinching or feeling like have to go do something. That's like I'm happy at home and chilling. Uncle Yukon says pants. Yeah, some of us have to leave the house and wear those. What happened happened to Dan's hair and what happened to Mr. Tails? Dan's hair, we just haven't had the time to retouch it. Hopefully this weekend or next week we'll have time. We gotta touch up his roots. We gotta redo the color. It's just faded and needs a haircut. That's all. Mr. Tails passed away yesterday. He was not doing so well really, really quickly. Had lost a lot of weight. Was still in good spirits. If you guys were watching on Wednesday, he was eating a bunch of the snacks and fighting for food and, you know, still up and about and around and happy and snuggly. His body was just done. That's all. He reached the end of his body's life, and yesterday was his last day, and he crossed the Rainbow Bridge. So, we were with him, we pet him and loved him and hugged him and talked to him and told him how much we loved him, but it was his time. He was done.
Now we have 3 cats. Emojis. We're gonna have to
3
get some
cat
more.
stickers?
We're gonna have to get some more.
Yeah. We'll do a better one for Mr. Tails. I know there's a better picture of him. It's gotta be a little blep.
I like my hair.
Skydreamer says, thank you for the pic on Facebook.
Oh, you're welcome. It was Mooch sleeping.
Oh, thank you, Noelle. Yeah, it was a rough day and it's been a rough week. We knew, we had talked about it on a couple of the streams that, like, he was getting a little tired. You could tell, you know your pets. Even if they're happy and still, you know, eating and doing well and stuff, you know your pets and you can feel when it's getting to be that time. So we knew, but you're still never ready for it. It doesn't matter. Can you add all the cat stickers or no? We are limited to the number of stickers that are allowed total based on the number of memberships. Is that correct?
Yeah, let me look and see where we're at.
Yeah, I don't know how many blank we had. The more members we have, the more people who pay there. Just under $5 a month to get exclusive access to early member vlogs, and your name shows up in green. You get the little mohawk next to your name that changes colors depending on how many months you have been a member, and you have the ability to have access to those stickers. The more people are members, the more slots they give us to add stickers. So I don't know how many we have left at all. Mr. Tails was my favorite. Yeah, he was a sweetheart. What's the black and white kitty's name? The black and white one is Kumiko. If you're curious and you have an Instagram, go to RFS Cats on Instagram. If you go back a while, I spent a week sometime last year, I want to say it was towards the end of the year, a week on each cat, where I posted 7 days of pictures of each cat and kind of told their backstory, how we got them, where their name came from, kind of explained their personality. And every time I post a picture of the cat, at the end of the caption, I'll hashtag RFS and the cat's name. So RFS Mooch, RFS Kumiko, so that I hope that helps you guys to learn the cats' names. There's a lot of them. We're at 5 now, but there's a lot of them to figure out. So I try to tag all the pictures with their names so you guys know who is who.
Yes, it looks like I have 2 slots right now, and I get another slot after 9 more. It like ramps up. It's like after the first member you get a slot. After 5 members you get a slot. Now it's up to
Right.
like
now
you
it's
need,
like
9 more members.
exponential. Yeah, so
But
9 more of you have to sign up as members.
I still have 2 empty slots,
Oh,
and I'm gonna retool some of these other Dantix ones that aren't applicable anymore.
Amanda is keeping an eye on AJ because he's a bit too excited that the cakes are out and cooling. Yeah. Jolene Cafferty says hello, and apparently Husky Tails knows her. Is that Sour Patch Pack? Do we have a name to Sour Patch Pack, or is this a different friend? Kamiko will be my new favorite. She reminds me of another cat I had. Mr. Tails and my cat Furby. Furby is an adorable name for a cat. Are playing together in peace. Yeah, Kamiko is a bitch. She hates everybody all the time. Like, you walk by her and she'll swipe at you, and we call her Bitch Kitty. But when we lay down in bed, she climbs up and curls up and wants to be right up on us. So, you know, she's a little back and forth, hot and cold with that one.
That's more like the highway to hell. That'll be for her.
Husky Tail says, no, Jolene is subscribed to my channel. She sent us a mail. Awesome. Well, welcome, Jolene. I hope you like what you see. We are making carrot cake. It is in the oven now. It is just about done. What's my timer say? 11 seconds. I need to check my cake. Excuse me with yourself. It's not bouncing up. Let me do the stick test.
Hey, watch out when you stick those sticks in there. The other day I made some chicken cordon bleu, and I left my sticks in there.
You ate it?
It went through my lip. It stabbed me open like a fish. I don't know. It just
I'm gonna give it like another minute.
How did you manage that?
Because I'm me.
You were taking too big of a bite if you got a whole.
Yeah, it says Kumiko is my spirit animal. Yes. My black and white kitty was the same way. Yeah, she's a lover, but she's also a fighter.
Mooch is still sitting here sleeping. I'll work on like trying to get like a cat cam or something, so it's a little easier to see.
Can
the
we
cats.
see if he wants some carrot?
Do you want the other camera?
We can. Hang tight here. Let me move the camera.
Okay, well you
want the other camera?
No, not right now. I don't. But thank you.
Oh, you don't have it on the screen yet.
No.
Drea says, welcome to the Kamiko fan club. Yeah, Kamiko's Drea's favorite, and lots of people's favorite, surprisingly enough.
Why?
Why? Yeah, those of us who know her are like, that's your favorite?
Oh, she's great though.
She's scrappy. She will take on anybody who walks by with a dog. She's ready to fight that dog. Nobody told her she's the tiniest little thing in the world.
The crow tried to pick her up and steal her.
Yes, like she does not know how tiny she is and that she can't take everything on and just fight everything.
You gotta bring the food.
I will, but I wanted to whistle and wake him up, and it worked. Nothing's coming out of his mouth, but he's meowing.
He's muffling.
What? Do you want some carrot? No? Are you not feeling carrot today? Come on, everybody's watching and they want to see you eat carrot. There you go. Dang, you swallowed it.
No, he does love his carrots.
He does. Usually he kind of rolls around in them. Today he's just like, give me it. I want my carrots. There's a little bit on my thumb. A little bit more. There you go. There's some on your arm now.
Are you gonna sit at my desk when I
No,
shower?
I was going to go this way, but that's
All right.
really hot. I just sat down.
You can be there if that's easier.
I think it's about time to take this out.
I will. That's gonna be easier. Show some of that stuff over there.
Alright, oven off. Let's try to get this room cooled down a little bit. Oh, now Mooch is awake and knows there's carrot and wants to know what the heck is up. This is Mooch's favorite thing that I make because obviously, duh, it's carrot cake and the cream cheese frosting. He is all about my carrot cake. What else? Do we have more little bits? These are kind of dried out.
You can keep Mooch Camp for a second here.
Okay. One more?
He's out of it.
He is a little zombie, isn't he?
You're sleeping.
Is there access to the black cupboard over there?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you just have to go
Different sauce.
under and around.
Oh, there should be another one, a full one in there.
You want more?
Is that not the case? Like on the second shelf, maybe?
Yeah, I found it.
Yeah, Mooch is super down for carrots. How are the cats with the loss of Mr. Tails? You know, they're cats.
It's like opposite. I've been like, come here, come snuggle me. So I made Mooch was in my arms and hanging out most of the day.
I will say yesterday when we came home and we were sad and everything, Mooch is kind of clingy and needy anyway, but I feel like he was extra like on us. I walked in the bedroom and you were laying in the bed and he like dove off of me onto you. Like he's snuggly, he knows.
And now he's got carrot on his tail.
Sounds about right. I'm trying to find bits that are like grated
His
and not
carrot
huge chunks
tail.
for him. You want more? You want more? Yeah, what about this? You gonna eat that bit? There you go. It's on your arm now. You should make a cat-sized cupcake of carrot for his gotcha day. I bet that he would love that, and I have been looking into options for that. Okay, so cake is out of the oven. It's super hot, so I'm obviously not going to frost it now. You want to make sure your cake cools to room temperature before you frost it, or it will turn your frosting into liquid. It'll like soak into the cake and be bad news. So frosting needs to be cooled, which is why I threw it in the fridge. Cake needs to be cooled so that it doesn't melt everything, and that's about where we're at now.
Yay.
I got nothing else. So what's going on with you guys?
Yeah, let's
Someone tell me a story.
yeah, what's everybody doing this weekend?
Yeah, what's your
You're off
guys'
Monday.
Easter plans? Yeah, it's a secret. I'm playing hooky from work. I'm planning a day off, but I'm pretending to call in sick. Is that a thing you can do?
It was you said something.
Yeah, well, I'm planning
No,
to
it's-
call in sick. I asked my mom, like, what am I doing? So my mom's the back office manager, and I'm like the front office, like answering phones, organizing everything up there, kind of like receptionist, but so much more than just a receptionist. So I asked her, like, hey, can I take Monday off? And she's like, yeah, sure. I said, do I put in vacation request or do I call in sick? And she's like, no, just call in sick. Tell them you're not feeling well, which is kind of an iffy time to be doing that. So she's like, tell them you're sick to your stomach or something. I'm like, okay, cool. So that's the plan. I get a 3-day weekend. My bestie's coming out tomorrow night. I haven't seen her since your birthday. I think she came out. We're going to my mom's house for Easter. My mom does the most awesome Easter egg hunt. She gets plastic eggs and fills them with money and hides them, and adult, kid, does not matter. We all get to go hunt the eggs, so that'll be fun. We're coming up.
Just as they're boiling the stuff to make the maple syrup.
Oh, I want to see that.
A drip drop of it. Oh, you can at Snow Dogs Vlogs.
I will.
They're doing the process of it now. A couple other videos that they collected the stuff, so that'll be fun. That's fun.
Absolutely. Sour Patch Pack with the super chat. I have seen your name. You're in one or more of the groups because I've seen.
Yeah,
the last name is spelled very uniquely, and I have seen that. Trisha, I'm assuming that's pronounced Fitzgerald. It looks like I don't know if I've ever seen a word. Well, no, I guess world is spelled like that, huh? RLD. It just looks weird to see the RLD together. Best friend of Husky Tales 101 here in the background, but we're watching too. Our pack is 2.5 Husky, 2.5 and 3.5 kids. You have half a Husky and half a kid, or is one of your kids half Husky?
At least the rear end of the Husky, because we saw the pictures. That was
with the pants on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to know what's going on with half. Also 3 rats. You guys and your rats. Sarah's moving tomorrow. Awesome. Congratulations, and I'm sorry because it's both exciting and horribly stressful to move. So I hope that all goes smoothly for you. Crystal is staying home and being with her dog and cat. That sounds just as fun. Hannah says, want to hear how I almost died at work today? Yeah. Hi. I'm always down to hear how someone almost died. And, I kind of like murder stories too, so you feel free to tell me how you died too. Megan's getting cheeseburgers. Dawn is currently freezing outside while the puppy runs in the grass. Such is pet parent life. Oh, chat just jumped. What happened? Dawn is staying home too. Brianna's here. Just wanted to say hi. I have to go to bed. Gotta go to the DMV tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry, and hopefully that goes smoothly. Sorry for your loss of time at the DMV. Husky Tales is going to an adult Easter egg hunt with eggs containing single shots and money. That is awesome. We went to a Cinco de Mayo party at my friend Nanda's house once, and she did a piñata, and this was before she had kids, and I don't think Blake was with us that weekend. She did an adult piñata filled with the tiny little bottles of alcohol, and that was kind of the best thing ever. It was great. Where was I? Mooch biting Dan. Yes, Mooch is knuckle munching. That's kind of his thing. He stopped munching. He's just perched, just holding the bite. Husky Tail is currently eating cheese balls. I'm not mad at it.
Doesn't even know how to use commas. Okay, ouch, man. Okay, that's it.
Amanda says they are staying home as well. Yeah, it's kind of a weird time. I feel like some places are opening up, some places are not. Some places are allowing like multiple houses to get together. Some people are getting vaccinated. So it's a weird time where some people I feel like are starting to go out, but some people are still being cautious. You do what you gotta do. My mom is still part of our bubble, so we go and see her. That's pretty much the only person we go and see unless we're doing outside visits to people. PJ's doing all day volunteering at church. They'll have food for us, so it's good. That's awesome of you to give back. That's really great, and I love that. All right, Hannah with the super chat, the story of how she almost died. Okay, so I had to clean a car battery for a customer. Oh no, friend. I had to clean a car battery for a customer, and as I was hooking it up, I was hooking up the positive terminal, and my wrench slipped and landed on the ground terminal. It sparked, and I jumped. Okay, a little less almost dead than I was expecting, but still no less terrifying. I'm glad you're okay. Noelle, I almost died too. Few hours too. Oh, sorry, please. Sorry.
So you're telling me that, like, car-related electrocutions can be related to not liking cheeseburgers?
You cannot let go of that, can you?
No.
Sour Patch Pack is explaining the half a dog. We have a temporary husky until next month when she goes to her home. Okay, that makes sense. So it's not permanent. I get it. And a 4th kid on the way. Well, congratulations, and I'm sorry for the chaos your life's about to become. Although I've heard once you have one, like adding more is not really that big of a deal. I have no desire to add any more.
Kids like dogs or kids like...
Kids.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, because people are... Look, I'm not excited for kids, but you're having one, and that's your 4th. I'm sure you are excited. I'm hoping at least some of them were intentional at this point in life. You didn't have 4 accidents, but most people are happy, and I feel like we're at the stage in life where I think you're supposed to congratulate people when they have babies. My initial reaction is always like, oh, I'm sorry, because that's how I feel about babies, but if you're happy about it, congratulations, but I'm sorry for the chaos your life will become.
You're not going to win a Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award.
I have no desire to win a Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award. Look, I am real. If you're here, 90-something of you are still here. If you're still here at this point, you've got to know by now, I keep it real. I may not win you over with all of my opinions, but I make cake. What more do you want?
You're ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm me. That's all there is to it. Take it or leave it. Thumbs up or thumbs down. I don't care.
You were really into those thumbs down.
I just don't care. I don't want you to feel bad. If you don't like what you see and you want to thumbs it down, don't feel bad. I'm not going to cry about it later.
Did you hear that YouTube was trying to hide the thumbs downs? You can see how
so people don't get their feelers hurt?
Yeah, they said it was going to
that's so sad.
help, yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
Look,
Look,
like boxing gloves.
Look,
or
you
mittens.
cared enough to come here. There was somebody who would thumbs down everything Dan did before he even started. So maybe you didn't like it.
It wasn't until I met Jess.
Well, yeah.
And I got my first dislike after I hung out in one of Jess's videos, and I didn't care, but it I had been creating for so many years without backlash.
Right.
And then I'm like, wow,
but
now
look,
I'm like hating out with the wrong crowd.
The fact of the matter was, somebody showed up every time you did something so that they could give you a thumbs down. You're still showing up.
There's still people that don't. There's people that just don't like me. It happens. But
that's fair.
I don't know. I thought maybe I was hanging out with the wrong crowd because I was like, dang.
Did you reconsider your friendship with Jess?
Dang, like she's getting me thumbs down and.
What else is going on here? Charlotte says, staying home and eating food. I'm all on board with that plan. Sharon's going to her sister's house.
I'm ready for some food.
Husky Tails is secretly hoping to score some rum chata or fireball.
I like how you say it like it's weed. Like you're an adult. Like you can. Like when I go to Walmart, I'm not like I'm gonna score some Doritos.
It's the Easter egg hunt. She's hoping to score them in the Easter egg hunt.
Okay, that's right. Because you have the okay.
Yeah, she's coming up on it. She's not going to the store and purchasing. Nancy's going to see her brother and his family. Haven't seen them since August. Have a 3-year-old great niece who has grown a lot. Oh, that's awesome. That sounds fun. Cyber Husky's doing an egg hunt for the dogs probably tomorrow, hoping to see the mother-in-law on Sunday.
That'll be cute. I saw the one that Jess did. It was so cute. Those dogs perform. Oh my gosh, we couldn't get our cats to do that. Oh yeah, they'll like open the eggs and open the presents and stuff.
Yeah, dogs perform way better. Right? People are always like, why don't you make this with your cats and do this with your cats? Because they're old and crotchety, and unless you're feeding them, they don't care. And even then, you see how quickly they lose interest. You can't make our cats do anything. We went to a performance one time where they had all these rescued animals that did things on command and climbed across things and up and down. Yeah, those are not our cats.
That was the worst day because those cats were so cool that I came back so disappointed in our cats. I'm like, you guys need to get a haircut and get a new job because you guys don't do nothing.
What are you doing?
Let me tell you, I saw a cat tightrope upside down on the rope.
Right?
And jump from like 100 feet up.
Yeah, that was really impressive. I was like, where did they find these cats? They were all rescue cats, and they just trained to do things. We've trained Rizzo to stand up and high five, and if you do this, she'll roll over upside down, but that's about it for the training.
She's here somewhere. I can see her in the camera, but I don't know where that's pointing to. Oh, it's back over there.
She's back over there.
She's back in the mess.
Sarah, regarding her move, says her furniture is going to Drew's house. Her clothes are going to her parents, where she's staying until the wedding. Oh, you're doing it all traditional, like moving in on wedding night. That's cute.
So sweet.
Yeah, Dan and I have been living in sin for almost 17 years now.
I remember having to tell my mom that
that you were having a baby?
That I'm having a baby. That was so,
when you weren't married?
That was so hard.
Yeah, I bet your mom did not take that well.
It wasn't like I saw in the movies where everybody's all excited and stuff.
No, I bet she was so disappointed.
Yeah.
Amanda says we have no family here, so we're just staying home.
She wasn't disappointed.
Oh, friend, we're only 6 hours away. If you want to come hang out, Easter egg hunt with money and everything. That's another half hour that way, but you're welcome to come.
Watch out. You gotta watch out what you say.
Because Chris will hop in the car and shove Amanda and AJ in the back seat.
I don't know who are you talking to.
Amanda.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not an open invitation for everybody. Don't all 96 of you show up at my house. That would be terrifying.
If you do, bring pizza. I'm hungry.
Yeah. If you bring snacks, we might let you in. Hannah with the super chat says, well, maybe it cured me of my dislike of hamburgers. Doubt it. You should try one to see. Yes, my life's week adventure. I did see your comment. That one did show up about including your channel name in the notes. Yes, please do that, and we will know that it is you.
Yeah, I'll fill that one, so I'll see it if you put your name in there.
I'm so behind on the chat. You guys are I'm at the point where you're responding to things that happened forever ago. Yes, Brittany. A thumbs down is still a view. I am not mad at it. Whatever. Sky Dreamer says, Dan, you and Crystal are not afraid to say it the way it is. Me more so than Dan, but yes.
You are way back on the chat.
I have no
Hang tight,
filter.
chat. We'll be right back after Crystal reads. Crystal reads everything.
I don't want to. What am I doing? I'm waiting for it to cool.
It's 8:09. You're not that far behind, guys. If you're refreshing, going like, how does it catch up?
I'm just scrolling back on the chat.
That's fine. Mooch has been bathing for a while.
Because I'll read something and then I talk about it and then here we are.
I mean, oh yeah, right. Get it, Mooch.
Helen says she'll come from Australia to see us whenever. Pack yourself up and ship yourself over. Hannah says I could probably choke a hamburger down. It's just not that enjoyable.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah, my last weekend adventure, your chats were going through. I was just really behind on chat because I was trying to read everything. I don't know. See, now I have nothing to say because I scrolled down to the bottom because you put me under some pressure. Drea says, what about Mouse? I feel like he can do a trick or two. Yes, I'm sure that he can. Right now he's a little too spazzy. Dan has pretty much trained him to sit for snacks. You could tell him sit. He had a little clicker for a while, kind of gave up on that. But Dan can tell him to sit and he will sit, and sometimes he'll just come over and sit on his own when snacks are out. So we're getting there. He needs to grow up a little bit out of that spazzy kitten stage he's still in. Foxy Paul is going to send a video of one of her cheetahs when she meowed and hissed. I would love to see that.
Sure. Where
Absolutely.
to? Dan, are you gonna get one of those cool mats like Crystal has to stand on? Oh, you missed it. We talked about that a minute ago. It came with one, but it's not quite as rad as Crystal, so I'll use it up and then I'll get one like Crystal's. But I'm standing on one sort of right now.
Yeah, yours is sad.
Yeah, mine's sad.
Crystal says her comments disappeared when she was telling us about her rude comments on her channel. You know what? You're living rent-free in their heads. Look, they cared enough. I see stuff I don't like all the time. You know what I do? On to the next thing. I don't care enough to thumbs down. Unless somebody's blatantly being rude to somebody else, I'll thumbs down that. I'm always on Reddit thumbs down in people's comments, or not, it's down arrow, oh, you're a jerk, all the time. I'll thumbs down, I'll take away your karma. Other than that, I keep scrolling. Who cares? Not for me. Whatever. Somebody's gonna like it. The fact of the matter is, somebody cares enough to show up and leave their rude comment. Yeah, you're still here commenting. I still got the view from it, so it is what it is. Don't take it personally. You know you're you and you're fine and you're not a crap person. People don't know. People love to live behind the anonymity of the internet and say whatever they want to say that they wouldn't say to your face. Don't even sweat it. Yeah, it disappeared when I posted it in here. Oh yeah, if it was offensive or something and you posted it, we have auto filters on certain things and maybe I didn't see it because I was so far behind. But I did block them. Yeah, that's half the time at least they're never gonna come back. They posted they were in a bad mood and they posted some nasty comment and moved on to something else and they forgot all about it. Wouldn't even sweat it. Keyboard thugs, yeah. Absolutely. I love when you see the posts online where people call somebody out of what's up, man? You having a bad day? They're like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. They recognize the fact that they were just having a crappy day and they took it out on you and they apologize for it. What's Dan drinking?
I have a Goose Island IPA. I don't know if it'll show up. I'm behind. Sorry, I'm behind from watching you because I haven't figured that out yet. But Goose Island IPA.
You haven't figured what out?
I haven't. All the labels at the store when I got beer yesterday were different now. Not Budweiser.
It's been so long since you drank beer.
Not Budweiser or anything, but all the fun beers. So I recognize this one.
Yeah.
It said it was on sale, and then when I went to the register, it wasn't. And yesterday,
was it a buy two save something? You gotta read the fine print.
It said this was $8.99 on clearance. I'm like, all right. So I get to the register, and she went and looked.
Oh, you were that guy?
No, she took off.
Oh. Hannah says these cakes are taking forever to cool off. Yes, but friend, if you are making a layer cake, absolutely let them cool all the way. Stick them in the fridge for a little bit if you need to. It's not going to hurt the cake, but absolutely if it's a layer cake, make sure you cool it enough because if you don't and you layer the cakes together, that frosting in the middle, if it gets warm, will just ooze out and you'll have a huge mess so that this is a little bit more forgiving. If you're making just a rectangle, square cake, that kind of stuff, you can slop it on. It's a little more forgiving. If you're making a layer cake, absolutely both need to be cooled completely. Otherwise, you're going to have a mess on your hands.
I forgot that I was on camera still. I'm like, how do you? Oh yeah, because you can see behind them. I'm only looking at Mooch because that's where I put the focus.
Right, your beer and your mouth are on camera.
But it's cool. This setup's gonna be rad. I got it. There's microphones here now.
Yeah, this is.
I got an arm coming,
nice.
so this will attach to the back here.
Did you order it? You figured it out?
I figured out what I have. I haven't ordered.
Okay.
I haven't ordered it.
Aaron says for only having 3.4K subs, y'all have a wonderful community and make a good amount of money.
We do.
We try. The community is amazing. I love all of you guys that show up. We're pulling really good numbers of you guys who keep coming back every time we do something, and we don't expect everybody to show up every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday when we do stuff, but so many of you do, and I'm sure, quarantine helps with that because there's not a whole lot else to do, but you guys are definitely a loyal community, and you're awesome people. There's nobody that we have to be like, oh, kick that person, they're a jerk. There's no problems. Like,
everybody's always been great, and that's the difference between these days of going out there with a net and catching an audience, and then doing stuff and having the audience come to us. It's a slower grow.
We're building it organically, where we had a small crowd, and then you guys tell your friends.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it.
Pretty chill. The worst thing that could happen, I know it sounds bad, and maybe I'm wrong on this, is a viral video.
Yes.
Like, we don't need a gajillion people after, Charlie bit his finger. We don't need those people. Like, we don't.
Yeah, then you get the keyboard thugs. You get the people that are just going to talk crap.
We don't need a Twitch stream like that stuff, and we get the people you don't want to get. So it's been great. It's slow grow, but the community is so filtered out. It's really good. It's been really good. So I appreciate that. And that's the way it's always been, though. That's the way it's always been. We've always been in the mix, never at the top, but the community is better than watching so many people's communities. I used to be so envious of everybody's community. They can just boom, all of a sudden they pop a button and they have an awesome community. And then you start seeing all the messages and all the stuff you get, and it's like...
A big community does not mean a good community.
Yeah, exactly. So this is great. This is super manageable. We're growing with you guys. I couldn't deal with it if that many people just showed up. Like, that would be bad.
I feel like we get a few new people every week or so, and we are able to, get to know you guys as you join, instead of holy crap, there's 300 people here, what are we doing?
Yeah, you see those chats that go by 100 miles an hour and stuff. It's just a one-way street, and that's no fun. So, but thank you though, and yes, thanks for recognizing that. We do have an amazing community. Yes, without you, we could not be doing this at all.
No, we'd just be talking to ourselves in the kitchen. I mean, I'd still be baking and talking crap, but there'd be nobody here watching and supporting.
And Mooch is back asleep.
We say that all the time. Every time we do anything, I always tell people, we can't do this without you. Every single one of you makes this what it is.
Yeah, Jess said she was talking to somebody Clubhouse that made $250K a year and he has 10K subs on YouTube. See, there's just so many ways, just like everything else in the world. There's so many ways to attack something, and there's different ways to go about it. If I was 15, 20 years younger, we'd be Twitch streaming. We used to have a lot more energy. We have energy. Dantics is fun. We used to have a lot more energy.
Like when we were younger?
Like go get it. And now, I kind of like the chill streams, and not many people do these types of streams.
Yeah, we're not so manic.
Yeah, we're old streamers, too. If you were to stream now, you would only stream from watching other people stream. That's how you know how to stream. You would get a setup like you see everybody else get a setup.
Right.
But we just, have always just been around before there was that. Not, bragging about it, but, so we've always just been this style of stream, even though it's not relevant anymore. That's not how it's done anymore.
No, it's not relevant to the TikToker kids. We're not getting the TikToker crowd here.
I looked
We're getting
on the weekends,
the people that are our people,
and we pull more numbers than the highest number of food and drink channel on Twitch.
Oh, well, good for us.
Right.
Thanks to you guys for being here. Appreciate it.
And you have a lot more clothes on.
Yes, absolutely. I've never shown
thank you
any skin.
Thank you guys so much. We talk about how awesome our community is all the time.
Yes. Hannah says, what else would I be doing, even without quarantine? See, we're building our people, because this is what we would be doing anyway. We kind of hang out around the house.
Right, and I've seen you guys build your people, too. I see you guys following each other's stuff. I pop in on your guys' stuff here and there, and I see everybody else commenting on it. So, if you're good and you're accepted here, then you have, 100 plus people that are like-minded as far as wanting to have a good time.
I
And
love
then you
seeing
guys all get
on
friends.
Facebook the interaction amongst you guys, that like you guys have actually become friends. It's not just people here to watch us.
Yeah.
It's people who are building friendships, and these days like internet friendships are just as real as like in real life friendships, and I love seeing you guys becoming friends and knowing people and seeing you guys comment on each other's things, like that you know each other. Like you don't just know about us, you know about each other. I don't know. I'm a dork. It's amazing and I love it. Sarah says she missed Wednesday night but loves chicken cordon bleu. I didn't eat it obviously, but it came out okay. The breading, that was the game changer for Dan.
We learned to toast our panko. That was the takeaway from that.
3 minutes in the oven
that
with a
was
little
the
cooking
takeaway
spray
from
on it, and
Yes.
toasted it so it tastes kind of like a crouton.
But it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
The sauce was not the right ratios.
No, the sauce, even the next day, the sauce ended up thickening it up really nice, but it did not, it tasted more like floury, cornstarchy, whatever stuff.
Yeah.
Not the honey mustard stuff. But it was a lot of fun, and I plan on doing it again at some point. We'll revisit, like, once we get better at this, like, it'll be a year from now, we'll be like, oh, let's revisit this thing, or we'll
Right.
have some sort of funky
I
name
feel
for
like
it,
we
but
learned-
It was fun.
Because we know that, like, the ingredients in that sauce were good, but I feel like it was
The
not the right
ratios,
ratio.
right,
So I would
but-
like to look, now that we've done it once you make something one time, it's easier to go look at different recipes and kind of compare, like, okay, did you use those same ingredients and what ratios did you
Right.
use that sound a little bit better?
It was still good, though. It was still good, and my pro tip is, pull the steaks out.
Pull the toothpicks out. Yeah.
Pull the toothpicks out.
Before you eat them. Sam's Life with the Husky says, this crowd is amazing. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, friend. Appreciate that. My second live stream, I finally had a person watching comment. It turned out they were a creeper and I had to block them. Oh, that's the worst.
We've gone through that because we live streamed. You had what was his name? Because we live streamed for a whole year. Back in 2009.
I don't think live stream. We called it back then. Didn't we call it life casting?
Life casting.
Because we just broadcast our life. We just had a camera like up in the
The
corner.
banner said "My American Life" in Japanese. It
Yes.
said "My American Life."
Dan was fishing for Japanese friends, and it
Yes.
worked. He made a good friend in Japan.
Yeah, right. But there was a person there that would show up every day.
They were all so. Here, we don't know that you're watching. There's 91 people here. There's not 91 people chatting. So if you're not in the chat room, we don't know you're here. We don't see your name or anything. What were you on, Justin TV?
I was Justin TV before
Yeah.
Twitch bought it.
Okay, so it would show us who was there. You would see the names of whoever was in the room. And there was somebody whose username was Show Me Your Feet. They showed up every day to everything that we did, no matter how mundane it was. Never once commented. And it was a little bit weird and creepy. Like, obviously we put ourselves out there for you guys to watch, but like they never said anything. And the username was just so weird that it was like, what are you here for? And I would always like not want my feet to be on camera. And then there was people who would
Not
show
that they
up.
were.
No, I
We-
wasn't like
yeah.
there showing my feet, but
Right.
like it was just weird. There was people who would show up, you know, just like here. We had this core community that would show up regularly to what we were doing. There was a handful of people here and there who would show up, and I'd walk by in the background. And this was before I was anywhere near this comfortable in front of the camera. I would walk by in the background, and it would be the creeper comments of like, "Ooh, who's that girl? Can she come in front of the camera? What's she doing?" And just like the weird stuff that really turned me off to the internet. I didn't want to be any part of it. Dan did Vidi forever, was hugely popular on Vidi. I never once made an appearance in a single Vidi video. Had
No,
no
they were
part of
convinced
that.
I was asexual. Jess has got a good point. Her and I met on the internet, and we've been friends for how long?
Yeah.
6-7 years? Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you can make good friends on the
I
internet.
forget about that. I forget. Jess and I are so, like, we're, like, all so close. Like, I forget that we, like, met on the internet.
Husky Tail says, you're all my favorite people to hang out with via social media. Yeah, I love all of you guys. It's great. There's nobody that I'm like, oh, this person. Like, everybody's just amazing. It's just out.
Out.
Oh, Brittany, I don't know how far behind I am on the chat, but bye, thank you. Try not to have too much fun. I'm trying.
What'd she
I'm
say?
trying. She said, bye, everyone. Try not to have too much fun.
Nice. DV Burgess says, I'm crocheting, so chatting is difficult at times. I think Perfecto39 crochets as well. Yeah, is that what it's
Crochet
called?
or knit?
I
can never
knitting.
remember. I think Kathy
See,
knits.
I don't know how it goes in the textile world.
are knitters and crocheters arch enemies or friends? Is like, how does that work?
I'm not really sure.
What do you have going on? We've lost track. Are we making carrot cake?
I was waiting for it to cool. I think it's still pretty warm. The problem is, so I did see you guys talking about it. Hannah was saying hers was taking forever to cool. Amanda suggested taking it out of the pan. If you're making a layer cake, absolutely take it out of the pan. I leave mine in the pan. Like, I'll frost it and it'll stay in the pan as we eat it. So it's taking a while to cool. So, I mean, it's touchable, but it's still pretty warm. I wanted to show you, Mr. Danny Dell Big Poppy sent me
Do you need me to
pictures of
go,
his awesome carrot cake.
Camera back?
No, it's fine. He made a layer cake with, looks like a carrot right smack in the middle of it.
What is that? What did you make that with?
It's a carrot cake.
It looks like a pinky.
It looks like a baby carrot.
It looks great. They look better.
My guess is baby carrot.
Okay, here's the disclaimer though. Everything looks way better than it shows up on the stream because I'm watching the actual output of the stream here, just to see how it looks so I can make changes for next week.
Right.
Oh my god, the beer. Oh, just one little beer. Oh.
Yeah. Easy there.
It looks way better than it showed up on the screen.
Ken wants to know what type of drink is that. If you're talking about mine, it's literally just juice. It's no alcohol.
Mine's just
his is a beer.
IPA, Goose IPA. I thought it was on sale. I don't know.
I thought it was on sale. You're not very good at that.
Oh, and then I got a message. Oh my gosh, sorry. Oh, hey, here it is under protective glass. I don't know if that's showing up or not.
Yeah, pretty well.
That's
it looks amazing. It looks really good.
What fun is it to glass it up though?
To protect it from the pet hair. The problem is we have cats and they just knock the whole damn thing down.
Right. Okay, while we're sitting here, let's... It's hard. Okay, so here's the thing. I do want to promote your shirts, but I know it. We already know it, and everybody's here.
Yeah, that's true.
But let's put it up on the screen anyway.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Okay, so now that you have it on.
I like it. This print feels good.
It went through. Okay, here's the thing. It went through the washer and the dryer like my shirt did, and nothing happened to it.
Not to the first washing. I did feel like the color got brighter because it's direct to garment. I feel like it got brighter than when it came in the mail.
Can you explain what's direct to garment?
Direct to garment means No. Okay, so there's different ways you can print on a shirt. Screen printing is where you take a mesh screen, not like a window screen, but like a really fine screen, and you... I don't know how to explain it.
You push ink through
I did it for so long that
people kinda know.
I don't know how many words people know. So you burn an image onto the screen with light. So now the image is on the screen and it's dropped out. So instead of the image being on the screen, like the reverse of the image is on the screen, and you put the shirt like on a palette, and then you drop the screen down and you push the ink across it to push the ink through the screen. That's screen printing.
And then it goes through like a pizza machine, like a conveyor belt.
Yeah, it goes through a conveyor belt to cure the ink completely. There's lots more that goes into it, but that's the simple version of that. Then there is heat transfer. Heat transfer can be done nowadays. We went to a few years ago. I went with my friend Gavin to a screen printing convention.
Oh, I wish I had a T-shirt nerd alert.
Yeah,
sign.
I'm totally nerding out on t-shirts right now. Sorry. Hazards of having it for a job. They do different things now. So heat transfer is like, if you guys ever played sports and you got like your name and number on the back of your shirt, that's a heat transfer. There's different ways to do it where they can do, you just cut it out of the vinyl. If you guys have a Cricut machine, that can do the same sort of thing. Dan's half-sister Jennifer did these as a heat transfer. She cut that out with, I believe she has a Cricut machine, and then heat transferred it onto there. It's like an iron-on, basically. Ideally a little bit hotter than an iron, but an iron will work, so it's just an iron-on. So that's heat transfer. They also have heat transfer, like, material that you can put in your printer. I'm not sure 100% whether the Cricut machine does that. I think there's different levels, and one of them may do it, but you can print a whole image. And if you guys have seen me dyeing Dan's hair, and I wear that green shirt with a pineapple on it, that's something where they printed it, and then it's a heat transfer. So that's like a full color heat transfer. A little bit more complicated to do. That one didn't hold up very well. I don't know what the options are for that. Anyway, then there's direct to garment. That's what these are. This is direct to garment. Direct to garment basically works like your printer at home. You put the shirt in the machine, and the machine prints directly on the garment, hence the name. You can do anything with that. So there's limitations to screen printing and what you can do as far as the amount of colors. The place I worked had 6 different screens you could put on there, so we can only print up to 6 colors. Other machines go up higher amounts of screens, but you're limited in what you're able to do. The gradient that you see here doesn't work as well with screen printing. Direct to garment gets a better gradient, unless you're doing different, higher quality, better screen. We didn't achieve this with screen printing where I worked. So direct to garment gives you more color options, more gradient options, but it doesn't necessarily hold up quite as well. When you guys order our stuff, you're not going to get it screen printed because screen printing is a big process that you have to order in large batches. So a few years ago, we did Dan's Mohawk head that you can still get on Teespring. We did his Mohawk head screen printed at the shop that I worked at, but we had to take pre-orders from everybody. So there's no like, order whatever you want, whenever you want. You need to tell me exactly what you want, what size, what style, whether you wanted a V-neck or a crew neck, all that stuff. So you couldn't do custom orders like you can with the stuff we do on Teespring, but that screen printing is going to hold up a lot better. So there's pros and cons to all of them. This one, I've gotten a few Redbubble shirts and they've held up really well. I did see there was some conversation about whether they can go in the dryer or not. I've always just thrown all my stuff. I do warm in the washer and medium heat in the dryer, and I've never had a problem. I'm a little scared now because this is my logo and I don't want to ruin it, but I've never had an issue with it, honestly, but it really just depends on how it's made. So, yeah, tangent over. That was probably way too much information nobody really cares about, but you asked, Dan, so here we are. That's all I've got. Can I go to the restroom and you can take over for a minute? And then maybe we can frost the cake. The fan's blowing this way. It's still pretty warm, though.
I feel like your cake's gonna turn to runny goo. Is there any scrape-offs or like throwaways on this? Or
No,
like,
I don't flatten this.
when you... Oh, never mind. Can I take
My
this
Life's
off
Wicked
the
Adventure says, I enjoyed it, Crystal. Thank you. I try. I have way too much nerdy knowledge about things that I know about.
All right, Scram.
Thanks.
Me and Left Shark are gonna do a show here.
Oh, jeez.
This is where we kick everybody out of the kitchen. No one cares about your screen printing stories. Oh my gosh. It's like you take the RGB ink and you combine it with the CMYK ink and then you put it all over the who doesn't care about it. Nobody. Yes. Hi, everybody. Man, it's so warm. I'm so excited. The house is trash, so I'll spend the rest of the night untrashing it, but I'm so excited for my desk. It's so much more functional, and I can stand up. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. How's everybody doing? Dan is Dantix, I know. Gosh, put me to sleep. Jeez. I slightly choked on my candy. Ooh, what kind of candy? Is it one of those fun candies? It's gonna be 420 soon. You guys are allowed to like have that fun candy stuff. Good info about the t-shirt printing. Yeah, it is, but yeah. Her stuff looks good though. I'm so glad like Crystal is doing this stuff. Like she's doing such a good job for like she's watched me for a lot of years, but she hopped right into it. You know, she's only really been on camera since like the Dantix stuff, so she's been doing a really good job. You should see her. She gets so stoked when she like discovers something new, or she was so excited to make those logos. She stayed up for so many hours trying to create those things. And the other shirts too, she ordered the other designs of the shirts, and they came and she opened the package and, oh, excuse me, and she looked so proud. I was like, oh, like she was so excited. We got butterscotch discs here. A disc of butterscotch sounds big, Husky Tails. Helen with the super chat. Ha ha ha. Hi, Helen. I hope you're having a great Saturday afternoon. Whoppers eggs, Easter candy. Oh my gosh, I can hear Whoppers break in my mouth. Okay, Whoppers is a candy that I can't tell if we like them or not, you know, or Maltese for you other people. I can never tell. I eat one and then I don't want one, but then I still eat them because they're in my Easter basket, you know? I got my first vaccine shot on Wednesday. A lot of people have been saying that. I think they were calling it their Fauci ouchie. I like the size of a peppermint. Okay. How are you?
Is my new favorite thing.
How are you doing, Dan? Are you ready for Easter? I am, I guess. No, I'm not. You know why? The house is destroyed. I wish I could show you.
We have to hurry up and clean because we're going to show at 6 tomorrow.
All the boxes are over there. All the extra screws are over there. All the bags that had the boxes in there. 50 different instruction packets, two boxes.
You didn't send me with all your cardboard to throw away in the dumpster at work.
No, you ran out doing the safety dance like you had to get back to work.
Yeah,
so.
I had to hurry.
Okay. Dan, everybody.
Hey, wait. This came for you, and it says Danny Mosley.
All right, give it to me.
You should open it. That means it's a surprise and
It
it's
is.
from family.
All right.
Because only family calls him Danny. I heard you guys talking about Whoppers. I kind of like Whoppers. I don't know what the consensus was.
You know what? We can ask what the consensus is actually, but I can't ever tell if I like them or not, but I keep eating them.
I like them sometimes. It's not something I want all the time, but they show up like, what, twice a year? And I'm like, oh yeah, I like these. That's good.
I'll eat them, but after the Cadbury eggs. I don't know. I hope it's...
Who's it from? That's a meat tenderizer.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome. Who's it from?
From Danny Dell.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you, Dan.
Thank you so much. Whoa.
Yeah, that's a weapon. You need to be careful with that. That's for tenderizer. Yeah, hi.
Oh.
Did I not just say that's a weapon?
Wait, I can't. I don't know what camera to show it at. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. This is heavy.
Yeah, that's a for reals one. We used to have one back in the day that was like wood and cheap. Yeah, that's poking holes. That's for mashing your meat. Stop it.
Oh,
so
guilty.
if you guys missed Wednesday's
Thank
show,
you.
we made like bootleg chicken cordon bleu where we just butterflied the chicken. Stop. Don't hit my baking things with that. You're only allowed to use that under adult supervision.
Well, thanks. It was fun while it lasted.
Oh, we talked about how if you want to do it the right way is to use a meat tenderizer. That is really heavy and weighty.
Right?
That's awesome. So yeah, thank you, Dan. He's gonna break things with it for sure. No, absolutely freaking not.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Can we set up a time where you watch me play with it? If I'm okay, I can play with it.
I will. Next time you make a chicken boob, you can beat it. No.
Okay, now I want to look. Can I?
You're not allowed to hit anything with it right now. Don't hit my cake.
Can I Zorro with it?
Can you what?
Zorro with it.
Yes, but watch the
Do you
expensive
like
equipment.
this? Is no joke. Where's
Yeah.
that other camera? Let me see if I get that other camera.
Okay, I need to see the consensus.
Look, this is like for reals. Thank you so much, by the way. This is rad. I've never owned one of these before. Wow. Then that is heavy.
Yeah, that's.
Oh my
weighty.
gosh,
I
thank
like
you.
that.
What were we gonna do with that? Okay, so next time, because I was just gonna say when we talked about the chicken cordon bleu, that next time I wanted it thinner so we can smash it.
Yes, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to like beat it flat and then fold it, but we just did the bootleg version
Sorry,
where you cut it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Let's see. BR Unbound won't be able to see Dantix for 2 weeks. I feel like all the regulars will have changed by the time I come back.
No.
No, the regulars will
I
still be
hope
here.
not. I'll go
feel
out of
like
business.
Every week we're adding new people, which is amazing, and I absolutely love it. I feel like people that have been lurking kind of get more comfortable and pop into the chat. People who lurked in the chat get more comfortable and start calling in. Like, everybody just kind of shifts up a level every few weeks, so that's really awesome. Whopper consensus. Uncle Yukon says they're great. My Life's Wicked Adventure says I like sucking on them. It tastes better. Okay. Amanda says Maltesers are my favorite. We've had those. We got those sent to us from somebody, and I think they're about the same thing. I don't know what happened, but Foxy Koala spit her drink out laughing. My Life's Wicked Adventure choked on a Whopper egg. I don't know what you did, but you were trying to ruin people's keyboards. Oh, you're Zorroing? Amanda says no to Whoppers. Ken says I like Snickers. Snickers are the best candy out there. It's perfection. Everything else, not everything. Three Musketeers, Mars, it's all like Snickers missing an ingredient. Why? Why would you eat a Three Musketeers when you could eat a Snickers? I just don't understand. Change my mind. Kathy loves Whoppers. Uncle Yukon agrees in My Life was a Good Adventure. Suck the chocolate off, then chew the malt. Christine loves Whoppers. They aren't real chocolate. Yeah, well, there's that. Chat just jumped. Butterfingers and Reese's are Megan's favorite. I don't care for either of those. Aaliyah says, yes, Whoppers, but Robin's eggs for Easter time. Everybody's freaking out about Dan. Sorry, I'm behind on chat again. Dawn loves Whoppers. Sixlets are Melissa's favorite, but hard to find. Yeah, I don't know that I've seen those. My Life's Wicked Adventure says, what are Maltesers? Let me Google that for you, friend.
They're the same, they're Whoppers.
Yeah, they're Whoppers, like, different brand.
From Canada.
Is it from Canada? Dan's in the other room shouting at me.
The UK, baby.
Yeah, when you search for it, Whoppers come up with it. So yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Canada or the UK, one of the two.
Here's the thing about Whoppers. I like them, but something about the texture, if you bite it just right, feels like you're chewing on something that you shouldn't be chewing on. Yeah, like foam or something. And it's that feeling of like fingernails on a chalkboard kind of feeling, but like with your teeth, if that makes sense. Aaliyah's happy that I said her name
nice.
right.
Good
Oh,
job.
awesome. I get that a lot. I'm really
How-
good
how
with
else?
languages, so I feel like 75% of the time I get names right. Dawn doesn't like nuts in her candy. Okay, that makes sense. Then you wouldn't like a Snickers.
No, because every candy Snickers minus something.
Yes, so I think, is it the
Milky Way.
Milky Way?
It's just nougat.
All I could think was no.
Um,
Three Musketeers is just nougat.
nougat.
Milky Way is nougat and caramel.
Caramel.
So that's Snickers without a nut. Noelle loves all candy. Girl
See,
after my own
that's-
heart.
I'm okay
have,
with that.
have you met me? I love all. I have a huge collection. I love all the candies. Aaron says my daddy loved Whoppers. He always got so excited when I came home with a box for him.
My dad loved Whoppers and black licorice and the Swedish fish. Like he loved the shittiest
Swedish fish are awful.
candy.
Leah says
Oh, yeah,
try
Coco's back there.
Family Dollar or Dollar General for sixlets. Okay, good to know. Nancy says I'm in the minority, but mountains are my lifetime favorite.
I like Almond
not a
Joy
fan.
Mountains. I do. I'm okay with those.
Husky Tail says, speaking of candy, my Snack Crack came in today, and I've never been so excited. What the hell is Snack Crack? I need more information. Is that like I'm guessing a subscription box for candy?
Snack Crack?
Yes.
I can't. We can look it up.
Yeah. Is this a specific candy or is
You
it a
should-
subscription box? No, I want her to tell me.
Okay.
Marco says Milky Way, blah. Adrian says, can you pronounce Rashad correctly? I think that I did. Rashad, is that right?
Dawn says Milky Ways are perfect. I have to be in the mood for nuts in my candy. I like it. I don't like the chewy. I want like I need bite. So I love nuts in my mouth, especially for the candy.
Yeah. Adrian's got another one for me. Dulcinea? That's a enye. So Dulcinea?
Oh, is it?
That would be my
is it
guess.
Stump
Yeah,
the
now we're
Crystal?
trying to challenge me with names. Marco says Whoppers are God. I wouldn't go that far.
Marco, that's not Marco. You've gone
God?
too far, Marco.
There's a lot of candy
Marco.
out there, bro.
You've gone too far.
Misty says Misty fan named Jen. I always get confused with that and want to call you Misty. Says, I've been watching for about an hour. Some days I'm social, some days I'm not. Today is a not day. That's fair. We appreciate you just showing up. It's totally fine. I don't expect everybody to hop in the chat every night. I get it. We watch several streamers that we've never once chatted. Like, we just like to watch and see what's going on. Uncle Yukon says, sometimes Milky Way Payday, Three Musketeers. Uncle Yukon, I know you're a little older than us. Do you remember that when, I don't know if you're old enough, this may be even before your time, that when Paydays first came out, they were covered in chocolate? And if I have the story correct, if I remember correctly, during World War II, when they were rationing chocolate, they took the chocolate off of them. So that's when Paydays became just the caramel with the, whoa, that was a good jump, bro. The caramel with the nuts on it. Lately, they've been getting back into the chocolate. And they brought these back in the day when I worked at the gas station. These came back for a while, and they are back now. I think I've shown these before, but if you guys like Payday, I know they have these at Walmart. I've only seen them in king size. I think I've seen them at Walgreens as well. It's a Payday covered in chocolate. Totally levels up the Payday to where it needs to be. Paydays are good. Paydays covered in chocolate are the jam. That might be God. So y'all should check that out.
Climbed the ranks of my candy bar love so fast.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my
Chocolate
God.
covered Payday. I don't know. I know why they got rid of it logically, but okay, now you can have chocolate again. Put the chocolate back. What are you doing? Like, they should always have the two options. Some people don't like it like that. Let's see. David loves the vids, Dan.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I love making them. Thank you for the support.
Oh, Husky Tails corrected herself. It's Snack Crate. I like Snack Crack better, and you should call it that forever. She says stupid autocorrect. Yes, Marco, Paydays are the best. Have you had the chocolate covered
Yeah,
ones,
Marco,
though?
you
That's
gotta
what I
try
really
those.
need to know.
You gotta try those chocolate paydays.
Yes, Snack Crack. Oh, Adrian said perfect and pretty close. So Rashad was probably perfect. The Dulcinea was probably the pretty close. Oh my gosh, you guys are all chatting so much. Uncle Yukon says, yep, chocolate on Payday. Yeah, you know what's
Yeah,
up.
those are-
Hannah sent a picture of her cake. Awesome.
Those have been.
Debbie says,
Those have been really
wait,
good.
Debbie Scott says, my name is misspelled 75% of the time. That seems so easy, though. Okay, I think you sent it on Facebook. Oh my gosh. When we do the shows, I get so many Facebook notifications.
We've been going for almost 3 hours.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
is it gonna be a few more minutes before you do that?
I can frost it now.
If that's
Yay!
the case, I'm just gonna.
Hannah made layer cake. Oh, where are you?
You're good.
Can you see? Can you see?
That looks really good. That looks.
It does
tall.
look really good. I do see friendly helpful tip, not criticism at all. It does look like there's a little bit of crumbs in your cake. 2 things that can help with that. One, I think refrigerating your cake helps a little with that, or letting it cool a little bit more. Also, if you watch the cooking shows and stuff, and I've never actually done this, there's often crumbs in my frosting. Doing like a base coat of the frosting first, so it's called a crumb coat. So you just do a thin layer first, that's gonna have all the crumbs in it, then let that set, maybe throw it in the fridge for a little bit, and then do your layer of frosting over the top. That should help cover the crumbs, but who cares because it's still gonna taste good. You just have bits of the cake in the frosting, that makes it better. Steve says, that's a big cake. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to end up freezing it? Oh, you're funny.
Man.
You're funny. We're going to eat it.
We still have chocolate cake in there. How much chocolate
Yeah,
cake
there's
do
still
you
at least a quarter of a chocolate cake.
Oh my gosh.
Marco says, what about almond Hershey? It's all right. Almonds are plain. That's the problem with that.
I love Hershey. I love the chocolate. I love just sucking on it and feeling it just like melt in my mouth.
Just the plain.
The almond ones make it fun too. So
I wish they would do something with it. It's whole almonds and they're just plain and boring. And
I only have them in the mixture pack when they come with the crackle and they come with the Mr. Good Bar. That's the only time I've ever had the one with almonds in it.
Mr. Good Bar's not almonds. That's peanuts.
The bag. That's crackle, Mr.
Yes.
Good Bar.
Mr. Good Bar is a good candy bar, but I do not like the full-size ones.
Can you find them in full size?
Yeah, absolutely.
But not often, right?
No, yeah, they're everywhere.
Okay.
But the ratio to me of chocolate to peanuts is not right. Like the chocolate's too thin and there's not enough peanuts in it. Those little bite-sized ones are perfect. That's the only way I like to eat a Mr. Good Bar. Uncle Yukon says, I forgot you mentioned the chocolate on paydays. I'll have to get some of those. Yes, I've seen them at Walmart and Walgreens, and like I said, only in king size. I highly recommend you guys try those. Ursula says, yay, just made it to 90 likes. Awesome, 92 now I see.
All right.
There's 98 people watching. If you guys like what you see, please hit the thumbs up. We're just kind of BSing here right now, hanging out, chatting.
Yeah, if you're not part of our Facebook group, I put the link in there. Yes, where you guys can post these recipes. You see us showing everybody's photos?
Yeah, those of you who have sent me your pictures, I didn't check Facebook yet, but if you haven't already, please go to the Facebook group, Getting Baked with Crystal, and post pictures of what you made. We'd love to see that.
Yeah, let me see if there's anything waiting.
Oh, I had 13 notifications, so I'm sure some of those are that. Misty fan named Jen says, sorry to hear about Tails. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Jennifer says, my favorite are Kit Kat. Oh, I love that Kit Kat comes in so many different flavors. I hate wafers. They're all just wafers. I can't get past the wafers. Barter your cake with a taco truck, folks. That is an option. Yes, Misty fan named Jen, girl after my own heart. I can't wait till Monday. Yummy candy at half price. I mentioned earlier I'm playing hooky from work on Monday. I will be hitting up the Walgreens and CVS for some cheap candy.
Foxy Koala has step-by-steps of her adventure.
Oh, awesome.
Into Carrot Cake Land.
Awesome.
She said, icing started to melt because of my house being so
Yes,
hot.
that's why I threw mine in the fridge.
I'm worried about that. Even right now, Foxy Koala, like, it's been a lot longer. I'm worried about that.
Yeah, my cake's pretty cool. As we move into summer, you guys will see, I will make fewer cakes. Probably no cakes. We'll definitely be doing more
Maybe
cookies and things.
At night. But here's the problem. We can push the show back, 2-3 hours, because it's, but
except for East Coast people.
Everybody's East Coast, so how do we push the show back any further? To get it cooler.
It is what it is. You know what? Cake's not my favorite thing to make anyway, so...
And like I said, I vow to cool off this house. We will not...
We will get there.
We will not have a hot house this year. The Kit Kat is my jam. The mint flavor is the best. I feel like the most recent best ones I've had, besides the one, if you guys watch the CC Mouse podcast live show that we did at Jess's house where we had all the Kit Kats, and I really like the peanut butter and jelly one. The mocha, I really like that.
Yeah, you were all about that.
That mocha one is really good.
Liz says, I like Hershey's Gold Pretzel and Peanut. Those were really good. I do have a bunch of those over there, too.
You have some of those over there.
I do.
Crystal has an archive.
I do. Because I stock up on the things I like, and then I have too much candy, and I don't eat it all. Husky Tails loves the apple pie flavor too. We tried that. I wanted to love it.
Nasty.
It tasted like chemicals. I was not a fan.
Yeah, that was so bad.
Yes, My Last Wicked Adventure, I agree. I love that Hershey Kisses come in many flavors now. I have the sugar cookie ones. Those are amazing if you guys can find those. There was another one we got recently too that I really liked. Hannah says, glad to hear you like Snickers, Crystal. You can open the package on Wednesday. Awesome. What is your favorite food to make? Well, are we talking like food or desserts? Because I do desserts. Dan's been trying the cooking. I do desserts. I like to make cookies. Cookies are my favorite thing. I never really thought about it, but when I go back and look, yeah, I mostly make cookies. Cookies are easy. They're bite-sized, so you can hand them out to people and stuff. I don't know. I just really enjoy cookies. There's so much more variation.
Falafel. Falafel.
What? Falafel's your favorite food?
No,
that
that's
I
for
make?
you.
What?
I picture you with food. Like if I drew a picture of you, you'd have falafel in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
no,
though I make like bootleg falafel.
No, besides the baking, yeah, I feel like that's your go-to. Like,
yeah.
thing is
You.
like,
That's just your
falafel.
favorite dinner that I make. All right, so because I'm not making a layer cake and I'm not making cupcakes, there is no fanciness to this. There is just slop it on and spread it out. That's all there is to it. Lady Cat Sasuke says, I can't see the podcast on YouTube, Dan.
Oh, nobody can?
It's not just you?
It's okay, look, it's up there, but I haven't made a thumbnail for it. I didn't even turn on
You said that on Wednesday. Oh, yeah, we've been doing desk building, so maybe tomorrow?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
David says, I love your vids.
Thank you
well,
so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We try.
I just haven't got.
Ken says, I like brownies. I like brownies too.
It'll be there soon. I'm sorry.
Hannah with the super chat says, oh, and since Dan thinks my dad hates him, he's the one that took the package to the post office for me, fully knowing what it was for. So there.
Yeah, we'll see if it gets here or not.
Huh.
Just throws it out the window.
He just chucked it.
Yep. Well,
He
Doyle-
opened it up to see if there was anything
Yep.
good in it.
Well, Doyle rules. Then he goes and buys more jugs of tea.
Jess says, just pick a screenshot and run with it, Dan. Adrian wants to know where you got the desk.
Oh, from uplift.com. Oh my gosh. I'm going to contact them because one of my pieces was broken. I'm going to contact them and be like, hey, look, man, I really love this desk and it's insanely quality. It's holding up my computer off the ground. It's holding up all the wires. It floats like the Love Boat.
Which is amazing
I'm
to
like,
get the stuff from off the ground.
I am Captain Stubing of my own Love Boat. And I'm going to ask them if they have some sort of code. Like, hey, do you have like a coupon code that I can give people at least if I'm going to brag about my desk for a while? Because this thing's beautiful. But, oh my gosh, uplift.com. I did so much research on these desks, and for price point, for accessories, and quality, and how quiet this thing is, wow. I just... Showcase Showdown.
BRM Bug says, I love your stuff!
Oh, man.
LOL.
It's been a while since I've heard that one. Di doesn't let me forget it whenever I
No.
hang out with Di.
Hannah says, I showed him what was in it, and he gave me the receipt verifying he sent it.
That could have been Photoshop.
We'll let you know if it's missing any snacks.
Photoshop, right? Cigarette butts in it, or the chewed up iced tea bottle. That's what it's gonna be. So what's going on here? Just smush.
I'm literally just frosting the cake.
It looks-
Super easy.
It looks great.
This is my kind of cake. Again, I do not love to make cakes. You guys have seen me make a couple of layer cakes here on the show. Not my favorite thing to make. Not always successful. A lot of work. Look how easy this is. Hannah, you just frosted a layer cake. Mr. Danny Dale, you just frosted a layer cake. Doesn't this look so much easier?
Yeah, but like at least
Those are fancier for sure.
But at least his cake was in this rad glass round thing.
That is really
Yours
neat.
looks like it's being chopped into squares and served on a production line. No offense, because it's good, it's beautiful, and it actually eats better that way than a wedge of cake.
Yes,
But-
it's easier to cut a slice and get into it and everything.
I'm sorry, did I just jam on your?
I don't care. If I don't like cake, and like I don't like to make cake. Cake's not my favorite thing to eat. So this is how we do. Samantha Gwynn says, I love carrot cake. Foxy Koala is not a fan of making cake. See? Someone agrees. Before it gets off the screen here, hold on. Did you steal my mouse? Mouse is here with the super chat. Hey guys, sorry I missed tonight. The cake looks tasty though. Looking forward to tomorrow night. Been trying to get some other friends to join the fun. Awesome. That is the best thing you guys can do. We always appreciate the support, the super chats, buying the stickers, everything you guys do to support us. Tell your friends. Please tell your friends to come hang out. Grow our community with awesome people, because that's how we get this awesome community. We're not going out there impressing all these kids and getting people to come watch. You guys are sharing it and bringing your friends, and we appreciate that. I lost the mouse again. Don't judge me. Chris is back again, and that looks yummy. Yes, Adrian, it is a cream cheese frosting, and because it's extra warm here today, it is perfect. There are no chunks in it or anything. You know, sometimes you make a cream cheese frosting, your cream cheese isn't soft enough. Kind of get some chunks in there. This one is perfect. Foxy Koala says, I do want to try making a marble cake. That sounds like a lot of work. Hannah, I don't know what you said. We found because I plan on taking it to work tomorrow. I don't know what that meant. A misty fan named Jen gave up on frosting layer cakes. I always had crumbs in the frosting. I love cupcakes and sheet cakes. Same, friend, same. That is my jam. I forgot what is Saturday night. Samantha, it is Dantix. Same channel, same time. We start at 6 o'clock. We do a live trivia game show. You're welcome to just come and watch, but if you want to join in on the fun, you guys can call in. We have a phone number. We have a Skype account. You can call in on Skype, however you want to do. We ask you trivia questions. Hopefully you can answer them. If you do, you get on the leaderboard. If you win and you have the most points for the night, you get into the Hall of Champions. Can't show you what that looks like because we're not set up for that tonight, but tomorrow night we do a live trivia game show. It's lots of fun. Most of the same crowd shows up. A handful of different people, but it is super, super fun. Even if you don't like trivia, even if you are scared to call in, lots of people watch are scared to call in, don't feel like they know enough right answers, don't feel confident enough to be on the phone on a live broadcast on YouTube, not a problem. We appreciate you guys showing up. But if you get brave, you can call in and try your hand at trivia. Mouse with a super chat. Actually was binge watching Millionaires, so needless to say, I'll be ready. Friend, I keep telling you, you need to binge watch Dantix. We are in the third round of repeating questions. Binge watch Dantix and you'll win. Husky Tales with one last super chat. Took some melatonin, got to head to bed. Night, fam.
You want to know what happened to your eye, you have to go to the camera.
Steve T said, "Who is that dude?" Oh, that's our kid Blake. Our man-child Blake. Where's your glasses? You look so weird without your glasses.
I got biofreeze in my eye, so I came to wash my eye out.
Are you washing your eye out, or did you already? Oh,
yes,
I missed.
You didn't even notice me come right
I
behind
was
you?
reading.
Okay, and then the picture's right there.
Did Blake get pepper in his eye? No, apparently biofreeze.
I got biofreeze. I put it on my hand, and then like 30 seconds later, I rubbed my eye.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's our man-child who has given up on shaving since quarantine happened. Hannah with the super chat says, "My first time calling into Dantix, I fell flat on my face. Don't be afraid to call in." Yeah, a few weeks back we added a thing where before we start the show, Dan tries to answer questions, and last week Dan fell flat on his face. So it happens.
Also, if you win.
Also, if you do win Dantix, you get this awesome limited edition gold Mohawk Eggman Dan magnet for your refrigerator. These are only for winners. We don't care if you're family or close friends or anything. The first 50 winners of Dantix get this free magnet. It is not a prize.
I don't even get one for myself.
Yeah, Dan's not even keeping one for himself.
There's for you guys.
These are only going to the winners. So hopefully that's incentive to get more people to call in, because y'all can win a one-of-a-kind magnet.
Yeah,
or one of 50 kinds?
There's no prop magnet.
Chris Lee Emily says, "Have a great night, guys. Thanks for the fun night. The cake looks delicious. Nice job.
Bye,
you did
have a good night.
Nice job. You did a baking thing, and don't forget to take pictures of your cake. Thank you so much."
Hold on. So here's the thing. Are you done with your cake?
Do you want to cut a slice?
No, but like, look. I don't have photos of items, so when I make these thumbnails, let's talk about these thumbnails. Let's go back to the beginning. So when I make these thumbnails, like, this isn't our pictures. In fact,
that is not our cake.
This is like whatever photos you can get on the internet. How does yours look like that inside? How do we cut a piece? Or
I'm gonna cut it right now, and then you can see what it looks like on the inside.
So I apologize, but I don't I have to make a thumbnail to a certain standard, and this is what it is. Look how good that cake looks, though. Oh my gosh.
To me, it does not look good because there's chunks of carrots and nuts in it, and that's not what I like in my carrot cake.
I'm okay with that.
It looks well done. Like, somebody did a really good job making that, and I would probably try it, but it's not how I want it to look. Mouse with the super chat says, "A lot of the time when I first call in, I'm straight garbage. But 10 wins later, what does that tell you?"
That's true.
You are nothing if not persistent, friend, and it has paid off because you are now the first 10-time winner of Dantix.
When we hit 100 likes, people are happy that they hit 100 likes.
I see 99.
I see 100.
Did it go to 100? Well, thank you guys. Thank you all so much. I think that's the most likes we've had on a live stream. That's really awesome. Okay, so we are going to cut a slice.
Is this the line for cake? I'm so hungry.
Do you need a slice of cake?
Well, you can take your slice out and then give me the rest of the cake.
I don't like corners, though.
Okay. What are you doing? How about now? Hey, why do you have my glove here?
Because I was showing them heat transfers.
That's my hamburger helper. Glove.
The first piece never comes out smoothly. This is always a struggle. I don't even know if this is going to... No, I'm not going to photograph this one because I'm mashing it. Nope. I left some cake in the pan. Alright. So you guys saw the picture in the thumbnail. As I said on Facebook, that was not my cake. So, There are no carrot bits. There's tiny little, maybe that was one little bigger piece.
But we use a lot of carrots.
There were 3 cups of grated carrots, but it's not full of carrots like that thumbnail picture was. Leslie says use a spatula. My piece was too small for how big my spatulas are. Adrian, Batman! Yeah, see, even if you get the answer wrong, you might create a new inside joke for the show, like Adrian did when he thought Marshall Mathers was Batman. So there's the cake.
Does it eat? Does it eat? Go back over there.
If you guys made this, then this should be what yours looks like inside.
Eat it.
Samantha says that I don't have a phone, but I have a computer to call in. Yes, you can. Jesus, can you calm down? You can call in on Skype. When you watch the show, the information for where to call in will be on the top. Leslie says I should have a special magnet for being the first winner. I don't have a special magnet. Dan should have signed it for you. Mouse says the one in the thumbnail is meh, but yours looks awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Good.
Hannah says I try to be persistent, but I get distracted by talking about jumping off your roof. It happens. I've noticed lately, like, we end up taking fewer calls because, like, we just talk to you guys a whole bunch, which is totally fine. I probably should have chilled the frosting and cooled the cake a little bit more. You can see it is getting a little bit runny there, but still absolutely delicious. I'm gonna cut me a little bit here. I'm just gonna use your plate though. I need real food before I chow down on some cake. I definitely need to throw this whole thing in the fridge.
Not me. I just ate. When you call a group of carrots a forest, I just ate a forest of carrots. Whatever you
Beer
call
on
it.
Big said, "Good Lord, Dan, does it catch?"
Yeah, it caught my throat when it all got stuck in it.
I'm just
Hey, what
shoving
are
it
you
in with my
doing?
hand. Don't judge me, people.
What are you doing?
Don't judge.
So what do you think? I think that's pretty dang good.
It's absolutely delicious.
How did everybody's turn out?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Hannah said she was taking hers to work. So I don't know if she's eaten it yet. Hannah says we need to have like a Zoom BS session with the regulars sometimes. We're working on some stuff. Aaron really wants cake now. BRM Bug asked the important question. Chris is pointing out because I missed it apparently. Does it catch? It has frosting.
No.
No, it doesn't catch. Adrian says Ben's dad jokes are to die for. Yes. Oh, Samantha, I'm sorry you lost your job today. I hope that you can find a new one soon. Mouse with the super chat says, to all the prospective new callers, we're all a bit nerdy here. Promise Dan doesn't bite. I won't let him. Yes, absolutely. Leslie loves carrot cake with the nuts. Then add nuts to your carrot cake. I'm not a fan. You're welcome to add a handful of nuts to your cake, Dan.
Thank you.
Jordan with the super chat says, you're still going? Yeah, I think we're about to wrap it up. It's hard. We get to talking and then, like, I lose track of time. Hannah says she cut a piece and it was delicious. Awesome. I'm glad that you like it. I think we're about done. Dan's feeding the cats. I love all the different ways that everybody spells Kumiko. It's like never the same way twice. Oh, even Kitty's in the doorway. Can we get one over for her? There you go. Hey, hey! As soon as he sees Kitty, he puts on the brakes. Hannah with the super chat. It's okay. Dan has most of his shots, so even if he accidentally bites, it should be fine. Look, we're on here making fools of ourselves. We're doing all kinds of stuff. Like, you can't do worse than we do, right? Like, really. Dan literally got 0 right last week. He was 2 and done, so y'all can't do worse than that. Cyber Husky's hoping to play tomorrow. Would love to finally get the all-time high score. Been robbed a few times, but we'll settle
That is
for a
true.
win.
There's been a few times where she said it only to be broken, to have it broken within the same episode.
I think, is it still Christine with 28 on 90s night? That's still our all-time high score? Adrian, Batman! Yes, being a fool is fun. Someday I will be brave enough to do a live. Just do it. when you first start out, people won't really watch you. It's gonna take a while to like get people to catch on to things, but just do it for you. Don't do it for them. If that makes sense. I need to get some real food. I need to Tetris the fridge to get this in there because it is too warm and I can see the frosting starting to melt and goo, and I'm just gonna eat all of it. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you for helping us to hit 100 likes tonight on our live stream. I really, really appreciate that. Our numbers get better and better every time, which just tells me you guys enjoy what we're doing. You guys are helping us to build this great community. I appreciate all of you showing up anytime that you do. Especially those of you who show up all the time that you do. That's really, really amazing. You are moving my things and I can't see chat. Mouse with the super chat. Dear Lord, Cyber Husky, you scare me. Let's do this. Yep. You guys are good challengers.
Do we get one last Tails Love in the chat?
Yes, Cyber Husky is agreeing. 28 is the all-time high score achieved by Christine on 80s night. Yes. Thank you guys all so much for all the love and the support and the well wishes regarding Tails. We are so sad to have lost one of our pack, but he's in a better place. Is that the thing you say? Like it was time. We've accepted it and we're good. But thank you guys all so much for all the love and the support. He will be missed by all of us, I'm sure. If you have if you are a member, please let's throw some Tails love in the chat real quick. Show that sticker and let's see what's going on there. We can't both mouse.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. If you guys don't already, go ahead and follow RFS Cats on Instagram. That's where you can see a picture of our cats every single day we post a picture. Follow Getting Baked with Crystal. We are on Instagram, on Facebook, and I have a Pinterest page where I do post links to the recipes that we make on the show. Although tonight's recipe, I couldn't find it on Pinterest, so I posted a picture in the Getting Baked with Crystal Facebook group. So if you guys aren't already, go join the Facebook group and you will see a lovely photo of my handwritten recipe in my group. I saw a super chat fly by. Can you mouse that up and see? Oh, thank you guys all so much for the Tails love.
Jordan says, real quick request that Dan has to wear bunny ears tomorrow. I don't know that I own any.
Yeah, I don't know how bunny ears would work with the mohawk.
I'll look. I'll look to see what
we'll see what we can do.
I'll look
we'll
to
see.
what I can
We
do.
have a million things going on, but we will see.
That's not a no.
Yeah, that's not an out of the question, no. Love you to Elisa. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you guys all so much for all the support, all the super chats, everything, just for being here. Thank you guys so much. Thanks to those of you who baked along. Please don't forget to post pictures of what you made. If you guys want to see any of the tools that we use here and see what we use, you can go to gettingbakedwithcrystal.com. There's a link to the kit there that shows you the tools that I use in the kitchen. What was that?
It's in the chat.
Oh, the link is in the chat. Do you have 2 slashes so it's clickable? Mouse is seconding the request. If you guys do check out the kit on there, click through there to Amazon. If you click on one of our links to get to Amazon and you make a purchase, even if it's not something off of the kit, if you purchase anything for your house, you know we're all shopping on Amazon these days. If you purchase anything and go through our link, we do get pennies. It does help us out, helps keep the show going, helps us to grow, all that good stuff. Again, t-shirts on Redbubble, t-shirts on Thread, spread shirt somewhere. There's stuff on things. Check our links. Thank you guys all so much. We'll see you tomorrow night for Dantex at 6 p.m. right here on this same channel, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific. Bye guys. Have a good night.